All right, people. Let's see here. This really is kind of like a test and whatnot. So that's a thing, which means that we're not gonna get that 10-hour Iron Man match that we had last time. But I do want to speak on a few things while it's kind of fresh in my noggin. Okay. So let's see here. Can I not get that to... My bad, chat. Give me just a second. We're going to go over some of the nonsense over the last couple of days, basically, while I try to figure out what's wrong with these sources. But that's not what I want. Yeah, that's just not going to work. That's just not going to work. That is dubious. That's terrible. Okay. So, that's terrible. That's just outright terrible. Let's see here. Let's see. Work theoretically, anyway. Let's see here. Weird. Huh. Okay, let's see. Let's see who's gonna be our test on this one. First, activate this here.
Kaon Doomer says. Gets the guy HNNNNNG.
Big up Doomer.
J244K says. Time for some kino.
Oh shit, what's up, Jay?
Sheer King says. Big ups.
What's up, Sure King?
Ice Yamamoto says. What up all?
What up?
Spectre Raven says. Just in time for fresh applewood smoked bacon.
Indeed. What's up, Raven?
Zatchbell05 says. Hey.
Okay, so that all works. So I don't understand. That blows. I'm gonna have to figure that out. All right, test stream. Like I said, this will probably go by rather quickly. We'll see how it goes because I want to see what's gonna go on today. So, if you guys got a chance to catch Chewing the Fat with me and ProleteR on ProleteR's channel last night, we got a chance to talk about a bunch of different stuff. It was a great time as usual. As you know, I very much enjoy talking to people, especially talking to ProleteR. He's one of my favorite people to talk to. Him, Declan Reed, Jackal's Lair. There's a few others, but had a chance to go ahead and just kind of catch up on some of the nonsense that's going on. I was derailing the conversation. I didn't mean to, but I was derailing the conversation and whatnot, so we didn't really get a chance to like jump into this whole thing with Rich and DSP. I have a video in production. I'll be finishing the last of that over the weekend. Maybe something will pop out Monday, if not sometime next week on the main channel. So that's something to look forward to, maybe, if it comes out. So, what to speak on, what to talk about. We're gonna focus primarily on this Rich DSP Kino Casino Locale Live thing, and I'm just gonna kind of give you guys an idea of what I think is gonna come out of that. But before we get there, let's
Cyber Anjili Ukakazi says. Welcome back, King. Kaon Doomer says. Hello, Kings.
what's up to all the kings and queens out there. So as it pertains to DSP and this attachment to Kino Casino, I think it's a work on Kino's part. Clearly, if you listen to how DSP's talking, he kind of understands that he may get fucked over in this later on down the line. But I think DSP suffers from that sucker for love type situation where someone's giving him attention, someone's giving him somewhat positive attention, and so he wants to take advantage of that for as long as he can, which is lame. Like, why would you let people take advantage of you knowing damn well just so you can get a little bit of self-gratification or whatever the case may be? But Phil is used to jacking himself off, so how is this any different? As it pertains to Kino Casino, I don't think it's as malicious as some of us think it's going to be. It's content. At the end of the day, this is content. No one should be getting offended or anything. Just let it play out, to be honest. And if you really don't like how Kino did anything, how they played it, or whatever the situation may be, then if you really want to go to war with them later, you can. If that's something that you feel the need to do. But other than that, I say we let this shit play the fuck out. What's the worst that could happen, to be honest? You know what I'm saying? We saw how, a lot of people, myself included, had their skepticism or their reservations as it pertains to the side-scroller thing, and that came out well. DSP's lying and saying that side-scrollers didn't want to invite him back on. That part's not true. They did tell him, or Craig did tell him, that they believed that he lied to them the majority of the time, which he did. DSP did lie to them the majority of the time that he was up there. But I also believe that they would have brought him back on. And I think that was a situation that he ain't fucked up. Yeah, they're definitely buttering him the hell up. Let's go ahead and get the chat back in here and see what you guys got to say. Zach, you start us off.
Zatchbell05 says. They're buttering up the pig.
Indeed.
JWusso989 says. It's like a weird gay lol cow love triangle. Get your popcorn ready. Spectre Raven says. They marinating the pig. Silver Cyborg says. Even if Kino does nothing, we get to see how awkward he is in someone else's chat.
Mm-hmm.
Wooden Ox says. Yeah, I think Kino is playing DSP.
Oh yeah.
I love how he thinks they're friends. Random French Lurker says. The money given to the pig by Kino Casino fans is already gone anyway in Scopely pockets.
Yep. And actually, a couple of you guys made some really great points. Let's go to Ox first. You're right. He's definitely, well, that's actually the weird part. The fact that he does look at these people as friends. But I'm surprised no one in chat, I'm not saying you guys have failed me, because you haven't. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but love here. but no one has pointed this situation out yet. I'm gonna give you guys like another 30 seconds. If no one says anything, I'm gonna talk.
Says, "Sup y'all, and do I hear more incoming embarrassment for the pig?"
Yep.
Roachbait FNV says, "Big ups everyone."
Now let's go back to this part right here. Where are you at, Ox? You're right here.
Wooden Ox says, "Yeah, I think Kino is playing DSP. I love how he thinks they're friends."
Now here's the thing that no one's pointed out yet, so I'm just gonna do it. How is it that Kino Casino gets all this love and attention, right? But Brian don't? How is that not a thing? Brian out here trying to front line for you and shit. Brian out there trying to bring attention to people in his chat and whatnot. Brian sitting there willing to do these sessions with you. All you have to do is talk to him. He don't want none. DSP didn't want none of that until he was forced to do it. But he can run over there to Kino Casino in the middle of the night and have these late night rendezvous with them and shit. These late night conversations with him, and everything's all good. First things first. That's bullshit. Honestly, I think DSP exposed himself. How the fuck is Cat sleeping right next to you, and you are on your phone with the volume up, listening to Kino Casino? DSP's not listening to them in silence. So you're telling me that your wife, who supposedly needs all this rest because she has to carry a lot of weight around, she's sleeping right next to you while you're listening to Kino Casino. Your wife is fast asleep while you're on your phone listening to Kino Casino for however many hours at night. Get the fuck up out of here. Either this proves that they don't sleep in the same room, or he's downstairs, or she's in the other room, or whatever the case may be. Because there's something about that computer situation that don't sound right either. How is it that that room is supposed to be full with clutter, which is the reason why he couldn't go and get her PC out of there, but he has an air conditioning unit running in that room? If you're using that room as storage, then the door should be closed. So why would you be running air conditioning in a closed room? That doesn't make any sense. Why do you have an air conditioning unit in there anyway when Kat is allegedly downstairs playing video games? Because she doesn't allegedly play on PC anymore. Is the air conditioning unit in that room because she sleeps in there? I've got questions, chat. So the room's supposed to be cluttered, but there's an air conditioning unit in there. Kat doesn't play video games on her PC anymore. She plays on her console, but supposedly that's downstairs. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Back to my original point, though. Why is it that Brian couldn't get the time of day, right? Why couldn't that stationary motherfucker not get the time of day? But we'll run over there to the Canadians and give them what's up. Nothing against Canadians, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But how we could go ahead and run over to these two fellas over here, and it's all gravy. And no one has nothing to say about that. Like, no one thinks that shit is being weird. And then on top of that, he's sitting here saying, oh, well, me and Brian will eventually link back up, but, I got a lot of things going on right now. No, you don't. You're over there chilling with Kino Casino. And then I thought every waking moment that Phil has, he hopes to spend more time with his wife and his cat son. But you're spending late nights talking to fucking Kino Casino? More than likely drinking, according to the screenshots I've seen. He definitely looks a little tipped. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. That whole thing is fucking weird. All right, let's go ahead and get you guys to tap back in. Let's see here. Night Mask, you're starting us off.
Thiek Nightmask says, "Hey yo. Anybody notice Phil types like Derek in other people's chat?"
Actually, yes.
Joe Dub says, "Big ups WWE Champion's 7th birthday was yesterday LOL."
That's crazy. Holy shit. And how many consecutive days has DSP been playing WWE Champions? I don't know if he's been playing since they started, but he's played for a really, really long time. And it looks like WWE Supercard is getting ready to make a comeback, so who knows how that's going to play out.
J Wusso 989 says, "Derek spamming in the KC chat."
Yup.
Spectre Raven says, "One isn't black."
That's true. That's hurtful.
Zachbell05 says, "Cause Brian is a stationary LOL."
Yeah, it's hurtful. It's hurtful. But remember though, DSP's not racist though. He's just stupid, right? Right.
Random French Lurker says, "True Dents vs New Dents Civil War? It would be funny."
It would kind of be funny.
Silver Cyborg says, "Brian really isn't about drama like that. DSP wants a drama buddy."
But wait, Silver Cyborg, I thought Phil was not about that fucking drama smoke. He was all about the positivity, about the community, and we don't do that shit. We're not Keemstar, right? We're not fucking lolcow live and all that bullshit. We don't do that. And that's another thing too, which shows it's more DSP than Kino Casino, right? DSP is sitting here siding with Kino because they're going at not Keem, at Review Tech USA, and he thinks he's getting one up on Keemstar. But Keem and lolcow live will eventually milk all this shit too. They don't have to go at Kino Casino to actually be able to milk the content. So theoretically, the ecosystem is the detractor, troll, hater, critic ecosystem has opened up a little bit. And everybody who chooses to, I should say, will be able to eat off this. And DSP is going to be the fucking sucker holding all the cards and shit at the end. Fucking ridiculous. And the fact that after all these years of detractors conditioning his dumbass that, hey, people outside this, you get mad. Sorry, he gets mad that all these people in this sphere are profiting, right? Like, that's allegedly the thing, right? That's the pig lore, right? Every detractor, troll, hater, and critic is making money off DSP. We're all making a living. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. I'm collecting, like, multiple checks. I got a buy me a coffee account. I got a Patreon account. I got 3 channels. You guys know that, right? I got the main channel. I got second edition, which is also considered the Fight Club channel, and then I got this channel. All 3 of them are monetized, right? I'm making a killing off this shit. Plus, I'm getting behind the scenes donations from y'all. So I'm clearly making a living. It's not like I have a career. It's not like I didn't go to school or anything, right? It's not like I didn't bust my ass and whatnot to make something of myself. I'm making money off his back. So that's according to DSP, that's the lore. Every detractor, troll, hater, and critic is making a living, right? So if that's really the truth, right, and you've conditioned your audience to believe that, it's okay for Kino Casino to make money off you? It was okay for side trollers to make money off you when you thought that you were going to be a reoccurring guest on their show. So now you ain't sat there and given yourself up willingly. You've gone to the fucking pit boss at Kino Casino, which is PPP, by the way. Or what do they call him now? They call him Triple P, whatever. It's all about that P, son. Anyway, you ain't sat there and gone over to the pit boss at fucking Kino Casino, PPP, right? And then the head of the house, Andy Worski, and they're okay to make money off you because they razz you every once in a while or whatever, but you feel like they've treated you fair. Even though they've done content on you that have, like, mercilessly mocked you and whatnot, in no different of a way that myself or any other detractor hasn't already done. But you're okay with that because they let you go into their chat. They gave you they made him a moderator, as far as I know, and they give you a little bit of attention. Like it's no different than going to the zoo and you seeing the monkey that eating his own feces. Of course you're gonna look at it and you're gonna laugh at it and you might throw them a couple of bananas and shit. It's no different. To be honest with you, as much as I don't understand how people were supporting Review Tech USA for as long as they did, especially within the detractor sphere, it was really no different over there too. You feed the cow, they produce decent milk, and once the milk expires, you send him to me and we cut his ass off. So that's essentially what it was. The only difference with Rich is he had sat there and suffered from mad cow disease, and it was a matter of who wanted to shoot him first. I said, I do it. You know what I'm saying? He just had to come up out of his barn and get over there to the fucking to the slaughter pit, and he wasn't willing to do it. So fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with cowards. But anyway, I don't understand what makes what Kino does and what any other detractor, troll, hater, or critic any different. It's really the same thing, to be honest. If DSP was willing to come to the table and talk to Secret Limited back in 2018, the same shit would have happened, to be honest. And I honestly think that, for those of you who don't know, let me try to clarify a bit. When Top 10 Worst Moments of 2017 came out, DSP made an entire fuss. You all know this, the Escort Saga and everything else. And he said he got mad about the thumbnail, which is the current one. But that thumbnail's changed a couple of times, just in case you guys didn't know. Secret Limited was like, hey, if you have a conversation with me and we talk this out, I'll change that thumbnail. He didn't say he'd take the video down. He said he would change the thumbnail. DSP is like, no, I want the thumbnail to be changed. I want the whole video to be taken down. I want all this. And he just went on this whole entire rage pig spiel. And he wasn't being reasonable, whereas Secret Limited was trying to be. And so Limited was like, you know what, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, happens. And that's how it played out. So he can never say that there's not a detractor out here that wouldn't be willing to be reasonable with him. I'm sure Tevin would have. I'm sure Ann would have. I'm sure fucking A. We were just talking about him yesterday on Proper Stream. I'm sorry, Chad, give me a second. We were just speaking on him yesterday. Not in a bad way. But LSB. LSB would have been willing to talk to him. I'm sure a lot of people would be willing to talk to him back in the day. But he was never willing to come to the table. He only did it when he would only be willing to have his truths or whatever, or extend an olive branch when he was so caught up against the goddamn wall that he was damn near in it. So it is what it is. Let's see here. Nightmask, starting us back off again.
Thiek Nightmask says he's an urban style individual.
Womp womp.
Sheer King says he was supposedly sick too.
I think DSP may have had a cold or some shit, but I don't think he was as sick as he said he was. And how the fuck are you sick and you're still drinking? In that whole marathon nonsense he was doing.
Zachbell05 says maybe cause Brian questioned him about Derek. The Kino guys don't know that much about Phil.
Fair point.
Roachbait FNV says you got to remember back in elementary school when all the mean kids got together and started to be nice to the kid they always used to pick on.
That's actually a very good point.
Roachbait FNV says from my experience it never ends well.
It never does. It's just like pig parties that they used to have in college and shit, where they I'm sure some of you guys know what that is. But if you don't, it's essentially you pick out a couple of people who are like not very popular, and you invite them to a party, and it's basically setting somebody up, basically. You basically invite them to like a party or a big event and shit. You treat them really well. Eventually they get super drunk, and then they do like really fucked up shit to them, like hazing type shit. It doesn't always end like that, but it's usually something humiliating at one time or another. And then that's when people end up some people end up like committing suicide and shit like that. That shit gets rough. And then no one wants to take responsibility for it. Everybody just wants to point fucking fingers at everybody else.
Ice Yamamoto says waiting for the shit show to continue and laugh at them all. Fort Worth Raised says Phil has a 2,374-day streak.
God damn! God damn! Oh, that's ridiculous. Hold on a second. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. Oh, that is ugly. That's fucking crazy. How are you gonna show that much dedication to a fucking game? To a fucking mobile game that you don't even make money off of, that doesn't love you, that doesn't care about you, but you can't show that dedication to your family, your friends, when you had friends, or whatever else. That's crazy. That's almost 6 years, isn't it? Right, chat? That's almost 6 years. So he damn near played WWE champions from the beginning. Yikes. That's rough. If my math isn't that far off, I should just get a calculator. But that's rough.
Sheer King says DSP just wants to chill and have fun. Laughing face. Roachbait FNV says I used to be the kid that got picked on, so I always fought back.
See, DSP don't have no fight in him though. Wings don't either. That's why Wings dropped out of high school, because he couldn't take the bullying.
Tijin247 says DSP is so desperate for friendship.
DSP is desperate for a lot of things. I don't even know if it's as deep, if it's really so much friendship, but like, I mean, definitely friendship, obviously, but like he's looking for companionship and he's looking for compassion. That's really what it comes down to. And that's a really lame observation made by me, I should say. But I think that's what it all comes down to. Imagine you being so broken by the internet, right? That you'll literally you'll literally basically suck up to and suck on anybody who shows you even the hint of kindness, whether legitimate or not. Like that, like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know I have this I keep talking about this whole thing about whether he's actually mentally ill or it's a behavioral issue. The dude's mentally ill. Like, it's clear that he needs to sit down and actually talk to somebody. Like, he needs some professional fucking help. It would do him a world of good. Because what he's doing currently is obviously not working out.
Roachbait FNV says, in one good thing it will actually is smart, he will learn from this and he'll learn who to trust and who not to trust.
But the problem is DSP's been suckered in a similar fashion to this before. I don't think DSP will ever learn. I think as long as DSP gets what he wants in the short term, he doesn't care about the long-term ramifications, to be honest with you. Because he can't compete against Kino Casino anyway. So, he can't stand up to that. Look at how fucking quick Rich got beat down. Keep in mind that detractors, trolls, haters, and critics laid down a lot of the foundation. But Kino Casino definitely cleaned up and cashed out. So, and interestingly enough, most of the people, or some of the detractors that were on Rich's side, didn't even stand up for him when Kino Casino came into the picture. There's a reason for that. They knew better. They knew better. They knew better.
Zachbell05 says, in those chat logs Phil desperately wanted as much attention on him. Even telling him which videos to watch to make fun of him. Saying him eating the corn was a highlight LMAO.
Yikes.
Robotic Gentleman says, calling future rant. Disrespect gets monetization back and makes 5 figures. DSP will give us 30 minutes of salt.
I think DSP will give us an hour of salt. 45 minutes. You say, okay, so Robotic, you're saying 30. I'm thinking 45. I'm thinking right at 11:45 his time for the stream, he'll give us that rant up until like 12, basically 12:30, 12:35. I'm thinking he'll give us 45 minutes. Speaking of which, if you guys remember, chat, the last time we spoke, I told you that the streams are starting to get shorter and shorter. And oh fuck, I need to start hitting this shit, or if not, you guys are gonna.
Ice Yamamoto says, it's funny as hell cause so many of us can't make money XD. Roachbait FNV says, I don't hate Phil personally, I do hate what he does.
As you should. As you should.
Dead Schooled says, a shark must always be swimming. And DSP must always be finding drama.
Yeah, and dude, DSPN, his little gaming news shit, proves that. It absolutely proves that shit.
Dead Schooled says, it's because everyone says he's the worst. And they said Rich is worse than him.
Rich is definitely not good.
Green Lobster says, you. Beautiful Monster says,
what's up?
Are you still gonna make a 69-hour VID on the Side Scrollers podcast?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am. The whole, well, not just the podcast, but like the whole Side Scroller saga.
Dead Schooled says, DSP was hanging over a lake of piranha. But that wasn't enough for Rich. Rich wanted to throw rocks at DSP too.
Mm-hmm.
And the rocks caught the attention on the piranha.
Piranhas. That's a great analogy.
Random French Lurker says, Phil is so naive for someone that is on the internet for so long. He should suspect that he would be used. This is the nature of the internet, but he just forgets everything when money is involved.
That's actually a great observation.
Kaon Doomer says, he ain't being used. Kinsels and DSP have the same audience basically.
That's a fair point.
Their Knight 17 says, what are your thoughts on the whole Boogie situation?
I think Boogie has a humiliation fetish, dude. That's why he don't mind bowing down and doing whatever Keem asks him to. And he's being paid for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keem's not going to tell you that, but Keem's paying him for it. And to be honest, as it pertains to him faking cancer, I'm not surprised. So it don't bother me. I mean, it's disturbing, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't bother me because I expect that out of him. Just like with the whole Moist Critical Sneeko situation that happened and whatnot. I expect Sneeko to say something stupid. I don't expect Moist Critical to be talking dumb like that. Or speaking on shit that he's clearly not informed on. So, but that's my thoughts on that. As it pertains to the Boogie situation, at the end of the day, it's all profit. So, it is what it is. Tattoo doesn't seem legit to me. He says he's going to get it removed in a year. It'll probably fade by then. At the end of the day, too, the guy's got his back against the wall financially. So whatever Keem asks him to do, he's going to do it.
Roachbait FNV says, Len will. Their Knight 17 says, What did you think of the tattoo Boogie got on his face too?
I think the tattoo on the face was lame. I think what Team should have told him to do is get the tattoo on his either on the top of his hand or on his knuckles. That's what I would have done. Or not his knuckles, but you know what I mean, like on his fingers. That's what he should have done, to be honest with you. But having it on his face is just lame. It's just dumb, to be honest with you. It's very low cunning as it pertains to, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, he has to go outside and actually, you know, be humiliated with that bullshit. Dude, there's a lot of people with some fucking weird ass tattoos out there. Him having liar across his goddamn face don't mean nothing. But having it on his hand, like when he has to shake hands with people, when he has to hand people money, stuff like that, that's far more impactful. But because Keem is so goddamn out of touch and whatnot, and he don't know, like, Drama Alert 10 years ago or whatever the fucking Drama Alert now is different. The landscape's different. You know what I'm saying? You don't Keem doesn't know how to be impactful anymore. To be honest, he goes for this like lowbrow humor type shit.
TTV presents Sis. I think this casino arc is another case of him being lonely. He just basically lost Brian as a friend, so he's desperate.
He never treated Brian like a friend anyway. Brian was an asset. Brian was just a thing to be able to use. If Brian never brought up the situation with, hey man, this would be a bit more engaging if we both could talk to each other and have banter or whatever. If Brian had never brought that up, DSP would have never did it. That's why DSP set it up the way he did it initially.
JD says, what up GTG?
What's good, man?
TTV presents Sis. He's in bed with his wife watching these guys LOL.
Hey, that shit is hilarious, ain't it?
Alive and well in Israel Sis. Dinner for schmuch style situation. Green Lobster says, man, I don't think I've had a day streak for that much in anything other than breathing LMFAO.
That's hilarious.
Tijin 247 says, 6.5 years.
Okay, so I was right. 6.5 years to be dedicated to a game that you've made no money off of. And this is what I've tried to tell you people. DSP will forego money for his ego. That's what he cares about. And that's what you're seeing with Kino Casino. And to be honest with you, we probably would have got that with side scrollers. We would have gotten that with side scrollers. Even with Duty and other detractors like having their hands deep into that shit, I think we still could have got it with side scrollers if DSP wasn't such a bitch about it. DSP should have pushed for that second interview, right? He should have pushed for that second interview. If he had done that, if he wasn't a coward and pushed for that second interview, he might have, excuse me, they may have kept him on the show, periodically, of course. But he can't think in the long term. He's too reactive of a person. So, but 6.5 years to be dedicated to something that you've made no money off of at all. DSP could have put that shit on another channel or even his main channel. Yeah, detractors are going to clown him for it. Who gives a fuck? It's engagement. You know what I'm saying? It's engagement. And I would just go to Raw, Phil, or Dark Dave Mirrors anyway to fucking watch the restream of it. But fucking A, he could be making money off that shit. There is a market for that. Not just on YouTube, but on Twitch. But whatever. Whatever.
Sheer King says, DSP should just take the humiliation and start streaming WWE champions so he at least can make some money from.
Read.
JWusso989 says, that streak is just over 6.5 years.
Crazy, bro.
Tijin 247 says, 2364/365 equals 6.504.
God damn! Oh! Yo, it's like I damn near have secondhand embarrassment for his ass on that. And think about that, 6.5 years. How much money do you think he spent? Well, we know how much money he spent. But you know what I'm saying? You're talking about over $100,000 over 6 years. Scary. That is fucking scary.
TTV presents Sis. It sounds lame, but it's that simple with him. He needs some type of compassion.
I agree with you. 100%. 100%.
Brothers Iris says, because the internet has always been known as a compassionate place.
Right? Right? Right.
Brothers Iris says. Good morning y'all.
Good morning. And welcome.
Aura Master DX says. Kind of funny how Brian got dropped for 2 white dudes, really makes you think.
It really makes you think, right? But see, people don't want to see it that way. That's fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, we can agree to disagree. And I think, though, too, that people are uncomfortable with, like, labeling DSP as racist. Because he is so fucking stupid, he is so fucking ignorant, that it makes it easy to be able to brush that off, to be honest with you. And let's be honest, like, when people were really speaking on the grooming shit with Panda and the age and shit like that, people were really touchy, really touchy about speaking on that too for the longest. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, that doesn't change anything. Even if they didn't, and I've said this before, even if they didn't start dating until she was 18, he was talking to her long before that. And that piece of lore that Tevin had brought up years and years ago, big ups to Tevin, praise be, when he said that Panda said that he would literally badger her for like weeks on end to be his girlfriend, to be his girlfriend, to be his girlfriend. You look at some of these cases now with some of these dudes that are being outed as pedophiles and shit. Some of them did the exact same thing with those young girls. So trust me, he didn't fall that far from the tree. But semantics, I suppose.
Green Lobster says. He's mentally ill. The casino has done the same thing to everyone they laugh at and Phil's the only one delusional or stupid enough to fall for it. It's almost sad.
Almost.
Alive and well in Israel says. No one wants secture smoke.
No one wants that fucking, what's that called? No one really wants that fucking, shit, I was just talking to Proper about this yesterday. That internet blood sport smoke. That's what no one really wants. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't. Like, that's a no holds barred type situation. There is no coming out of that. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to stand on business, you're willing to put your family out there, your friends out there, your job out there, any future prospects or whatever, then cool, go at it. If not, nah, then don't be calling for that shit.
Ramza675 says. Surprise stream.
Indeed.
Shao Shimigami says. When will someone show Kino Casino everything that Derek has done? Cause when they do it's gonna be funny to see Phil's reaction to it.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone hasn't already done that. And they're just sitting on it. They're just sitting on that waiting to ambush him for it. But see, you don't want to ambush DSP in the chat. You need DSP on stream. And what I mean on stream, I'm not saying just a floating voice or whatever. I mean, have him on stream, have him on camera, and then present that shit to him. And that's what I'm saying. I understand that some people are on the fence on whether they're setting his ass up or not, but he's definitely getting set up. He's definitely getting lined up.
TTV Presents says. Wait, what were you saying about the streams getting shorter and shorter?
Okay, so I had said that you're gonna find that DSP is gonna start shortening up his streams. Now, when I say that, let me put that in context. The Bottom Bitch podcast, the daily therapy session, whatever you want to call it, is going to start progressively getting longer. And the gaming segment is going to start getting shorter and shorter. And you're actually seeing that. You're progressively starting to see that. You're seeing that he's losing his momentum as it comes to playing games. I mean, truth be told, he's probably making more money spitting his ignorance than actually playing. And truth be told, sooner than later, there may not even be a gaming stream at night anymore, unless it's Street Fighter or unless it's something that he can collaborate with Brian or whatever. Other than that, if he could just do talking streams at night, that's probably what he's going to end up doing. But he can't do it at the same time as Kino Casino because they go on late. But who knows? DSP has changed his schedule for other things. So, just keep that floating in your noodle for right now.
Bulin says. Big UPS GTG, hope you good.
Hope you're good too, man. Thank you. Big ups. Hope everybody's doing well.
Bing Chilling says. I've been saying Boogie has a humiliation fetish, it was so obvious.
It really is.
J244K says. Yo GTG, your thoughts on the Link situation?
Mr. Beast needs to... It's not just it's not just the dude that's out there that got exposed or them, they, whatever. It's not just them. There's rumors that there's more than one there's a few people in Mr. Beast's camp that are allegedly on some pedo shit or on some weird shit, or potentially, if it ever got exposed, they'd have a weird case. Why are they around? Type shit. We'll have to wait and see. But that Mr. Beast has kind of caught his ass in a really bad situation, and I don't think he's going to be able to get out. He's got the money to walk away, but he's not going to just want to walk away. So we'll see. We'll see. But that situation, and then the Dr. Disrespect situation, the fact that there's not equal treatment there, when we know far more about what's going on with that associate of Dr. Disrespect, we know far more about the Mr. Beast situation over the Doc situation, is silly. It's silly. I'm not saying that Doc shouldn't fucking get put up against the wall if shit's really true, because I got a lot of questions about that whole case. But the Mr. Beast situation, yeah, that person definitely needs to be up against the wall.
Frederick Dawson says, "What's up, GTG?
What's
doing
up?
good."
Doing all right. Hopefully you're doing well.
Aura Master DX says, "And get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing."
On some Drake shit. You're like, I ain't fucked one of Wayne's side bitches, and to apologize, I get Wayne's face tattooed on me. What a simp, lame ass type of thing.
Tijin247 says, "Keem is a lol cow."
Keem is kind of a low cow, but actually, now that you brought that up, if I was Keemstar, I would have had Boogie tattoo lol cow live on his face. That's what I would have done, now that I think about it. Or I would have had him have lol cow tattooed on the top of one hand and live tattooed on the other. But whatever. It is what it is.
Xiao Shimigami says, "Keem became what he always despised, to be a lol cow."
That usually happens to, believe it or not, that happens to more people than you think.
Green Lobster says, "Keem never evolved, just like all the lol cows he tries to make fun of without realizing he's as bad if not worse than them."
Agreed.
Willis Moore says, "Big ups GTG."
Big ups, Wills.
JWusso989 says, "I would have make Boogie get liar branded on his arm, I mean he is a lol cow. We brand actual cows, so what's the difference?"
You know what? Actually, King could have actually reached out to someone to actually make a brand. Like an actual, like a design for a brand, I should say. And he could have had a Boogie do that. Not on his face, though. Like I said, it should be on his hand. And truth be told, why doesn't Wings get branded? Wings should definitely be branded with something. Or he should definitely have something tattooed on himself. So, and that's another thing, too. I know a lot of people are saying, yo, Wings is getting his second wind, especially over this Boogie situation, whatever. It just makes him more lame. That's really what it does. It's just like the boxing match. Everybody knew he was going to win. You know what I'm saying? Unless Boogie got in a lucky punch, and that was more than likely not going to happen. But I feel like Boogie's getting all this heat, and Wings is getting this massive fucking rub, but he's not going to do nothing with it, so who cares? So, I don't know. We'll see.
Tay says, "Yo. What's YP?"
What's good?
Ramza675 says, "You have been right on Keith being fat, Phil's nasty house, and his pride over money. It's crazy."
It's dude, it's like it's just an observation and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that not just myself, but a lot of people had said, and it didn't come to fruition right then and there, but it did later. So I'm gonna take a quote from someone in the Call of Duty community that I have a lot of respect for. I wasn't wrong. I was just early, and that's really what it was. But don't be wrong. I haven't been wrong. I haven't been right on everything and whatnot. But as it pertains to DSP's behavior, it's just like I've tried to tell you. The way DSP does anything is the way he does everything. If you forget anything that I've ever told you, well, besides the fact that if you give DSP enough rope, he'll hang himself. You should always remember that. But if you disregard everything else, definitely remember those two sayings, for sure.
Their Knight 17 says, "DSP is still butthurt over the side-scrollers interview. Makes me wonder why he even bothered with it to begin with."
Because the payoff was gonna, the side scroll, that's the same reason why he's mad that the side scrollers got into politics and they talk about internet drama and all that shit. He had a vision, or he has an image of them in his head of just being about games, just being about games, just being about games. if you're a poser and you've imagined a scenario, you want that scenario to stay the way it is. And he really thought side scrollers was going to give him legitimacy because what's his name? Craig does still have connections in gaming. And even though DSP says anybody who gets, any type of review copies or advanced copies are all shills and all that bullshit, he still wants that because other people are getting it. And that's one of the pettiness and immaturities of DSP. This person has this thing, why don't I have it? I remember, and for some of you guys, you might remember too. You guys remember when Snorpernell ended up getting super thanks on their channel? They were one of the first detractors to get it. And DSP was pissed. He wouldn't call Snorpernell out by name. Big ups to Snorpernell. I can't wait to get back to doing the snort reporting shit. But big ups. But like, he was super pissed about that. And then more and more detractors got it too, and he was getting more and more pissed off that these guys were getting super thanks and he wasn't. It's just the pettiness of DSP.
Zachbell05 says, if he thought side-scrollers were mean, KC could potentially be harsher on him.
They could. It just depends on how much mentally invested he gets in the side scrollers. Not side scrollers, in the Kino Casino. That's really what it's going to come down to.
Theek Nightmask says, 6.5 years and all that money he spent could have fixed everything in his life, like his bathroom, garbage disposal, his damn marriage.
That's true, but some people, and I've said this too, some people are just okay with life being fucked up. And DSP is a shining example of that. Inside, you got to understand. Well, you don't have to understand, but just hear me out. In DSP's world, inside of his office, it's just like how Panda basically called him out for it years ago. Inside of his office is his safe space. He is king. He is judge, jury, and executioner. Everything outside of that, he'll deal with it whenever he deals with it, or he'll just ignore it. When he's in his space, he's the fucking man. He's the one that controls the world and everything that's in it and how he perceives it. Outside of that, this is how he looks at himself. He's another loser. He's another nobody. He has nothing to offer to the world, and that's why no one cares about him, and that's why no one wants to hang out with him, and that's why his wife ignores him, and that's why Jasper pisses on him before giving him the clawless atomic drop every morning, and so on and so forth. That's how that man's world, and I use the term man loosely, but that's how his world works. That's just how he views it. You know what I mean? He has no meaning in life outside of that office, or whatever, outside of that room, outside of that box. And not even Cat's bot.
Random French Lurker says, for what you were saying about ego. Phil plays SF6 not for money or to be better. He plays to feel better about himself and boost his ego. He accepts mediocre donations if it is an SF6 stream. Agreed.
And the thing is, he would get more exposure playing Street Fighter 6 on Twitch than he does right now. And his rig, it can handle it. He just won't do it.
VLX11387 says, unconscious racism LOL.
Possibly. I think he's very
Dawson
conscious
says,
of it,
though. DSP would never be able to do anything with WWEC. At that point people would be able to prove that he was doing that during the IRS saga. People will be able to prove to the IRS then.
True.
Tijin247 says,
well, maybe. Let me think of that.
I cannot wait for the final boss off the Kino Casino arc. I can hear the bacon sizzle from here.
I'll be at the crab table.
MR Stravajan says, big ups Golden Triangle Gaming Live.
Big ups.
MC2 Tech Reviews says, LFG. Darksea DeFlow says, Rich said he wanted internet blood sports. He didn't last long.
Like in the bedroom, of course he didn't last long. He didn't know what he was stepping into.
David Owner 4 says, I'm still surprised Phil isn't pressed harder about grooming Panda Lee.
I think people want to keep Panda out of it. And I don't blame him.
MR Stravajan says, so I'm certain DSP will no longer be able to say he is not involved with any drama since he's hanging with Kino Casino nightly, right?
Right.
Meth Bear says, with Panda, he acted like a high school kid who thinks a girl who says hi to them must want to be their girlfriend and they go crazy.
Big ups Meth Bear. Big ups everybody in chat.
Dark Sea to Flow says. They gotta get the fish to take the bait.
They will. But once they get him to the table, I think that's where they're gonna gradually start throwing stuff at him, and he's gonna have to deal with it. So everything that side scrollers couldn't get out of him, I think Kino's gonna line his ass up to do it. But we'll see. I think they realize keep the detractor exposure at a minimum to keep DSP comfortable. That's my thoughts.
Dark Sea to Flow says.
Awful.
KC is hedging their bets. They get content out of it regardless of if the DSP/casino collab goes sour or not.
Agreed.
Xiao Shimigami says. The Cope and Seething Podcast. Athrun82 says. Jin tweets will be replaced with Jin Casino streams.
Yep. At least for a little while.
Theired Knight 17 says. Boogie has a humiliation fetish? Is that actually a thing? How does that work?
It is an actual thing, to be honest with you. It's just people who get off on people basically making a fool of them. And if you're someone who perpetually like lines yourself up to be a victim and present yourself as such, it works surprisingly well. If you think about it, DSP in some ways has a humiliation fetish too. You know what I'm saying? Detractors, trolls, haters, and critics have been at DSP's neck for well over a decade. And for a decade more, as far as I see it. And he, for a lot of that time, he's leaned into it so he could profit off of it. And so he could make himself a victim. So he could keep people coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like we could do a stream one day where I can actually go over some examples and whatnot. Because Snorpernell has some bangers that I could pull up for that, to be honest. Actually, I need the big ups to Mighty D, because I need to go over there and get some of that early Review Tech USA shit, because I got some stuff to show y'all.
Hanger18 says. What's up, big dog?
What up, homie?
Beautiful Monster says. Big UPS to GTG for making my morning shift easier.
Doing what I can. Glad to help. The harvest. Yes, the harvest.
Hanger18 says. Friday off work and a GTG morning? Oh yeah, brother.
Big ups.
Roachbait FNV says. The caffeine is kicking in.
Oh yeah,
let's go.
Let me throw some Snortbucks in the chat real fast. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to the chat. Dark to Flow, you're gonna help us continue.
Dark Sea to Flow says. LOL, they should brand all of the lol cows with a hot iron.
I think they should. We'll brainstorm this over the next couple of streams, chat, because I do wanna go further with this. Because I feel like you could get someone like fucking Cyrax. Well, fuck, he's a horror cow, and I hope he just gets hung. Anyway, you can get someone like Josh, like, you know what I'm saying, like King Cobra, to probably take a brand if he thinks it's cool enough. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's out of the fucking norm to make that happen. Like something on the hand or the wrist or something. Not on their face. Like that's just, it's not as impactful, I think.
Xiao Shimigami says. Wings should be branded pedo on his stomach.
He should definitely get branded next. That's for damn sure. If they can get Boogie to get a tattoo, Wings should get one too.
Lots of people says. Phil is so socially inept that he can't tell the casino is manipulating him the same way Phil manipulates the dents.
Yeah, it's one of the great ironies of it all.
Hanger18 says. Just give DSP a lil rope. He'll always do the rest.
Yes, sir.
Aura Master DX says. Plus he thought him and Craig were friends.
And they weren't. And I said that. They weren't.
Hanger18 says. He thought the interview with SS went well until his chat told him it didn't.
Well, actually, it really wasn't until he saw the follow-up to what they said. Well, actually, so you're still right. It was when he saw the follow-up to what they said to him the next day is when he really started to get pissed off, which was hilarious.
Visible Dimwit says. I still think DSP will flee from the KC last minute.
We'll see. It depends on how they keep him. It depends on how long they can keep him in pocket. If you can keep him at the blackjack table long enough, and they keep feeding him drinks casually and whatnot, but consistently, we'll see. We'll see. They're gonna have to play the long game on this.
Visible dimwit sis. Clum style.
Close. That's good. Indeed.
The misery merchant sis. This area's gonna remain a man-only zone. Grim Phantomile sis.
Oh.
So Piggy has the classic inferiority-superiority complex.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Ramza 675 sis. Phil's behavior in Kino's chat is weird, he needs therapy badly.
He needs a lot of things, to be honest with you.
Hanger 18 sis. I believe Clum was trying to get DSP in pocket for Keem. I don't know. Well,
okay. Big ups. Actually, here, let's play this again one more time and shit, because I interrupted. My fault.
Hanger 18 sis. I believe Clum was trying to get DSP in pocket for Keem. I don't know. Well.
ProleteR can back me up on this. I've been saying that. I've been telling ProleteR that for a minute. Like, the minute I heard about the Mike Clum thing, and then me and ProleteR spoke about it, I was like, yo, Clum is lining his ass up. And he's lining his ass up for Keem, because remember, after the side scroller situation, Keem came in there and says, I want to do a documentary, yada yada yada. But Keem knew, when Keem finally came to the realization that he couldn't get DSP to the table for Lolcow podcast, he needed someone else. He needed a middleman to make it happen. And I'm telling you, that was Clum. Mike Clum was his ace in the hole. He was the one that I'm pretty confident that he was helping Mike Clum with the business expenses, traveling and interviews and all that bullshit to line his ass up. Now, obviously, I can't prove that. This is just my intuition talking. But I'm confident that's what it was. And it would have worked out. It would have worked out. And the thing is DSP pulling out of that, whether because of the EDP situation or because he didn't like how Boogie was perceived or whatever the fuck, it doesn't really matter. But something scared DSP off. I don't know if Clum had came out maybe over dinner or whatever the situation was. He may have let Keem's name slip or whatever, and that's what caused DSP to fucking get flustered. I can never really tell you because I don't know. But something scared him off, and that part hasn't come out yet. But you and I are on the same page because I've been thinking that since day one. Since day fucking one.
M.R. Stravagant sis. M.R. Stravagant, I like it, LOL.
Nice.
Willis Moore sis. DSP went on one date with Kino and he's already planning the wedding.
Yeah, on some fucking Amberlynn Reed shit.
Oathkeeperox's 99 sis. He's been terminally online so much since moving to Renton, I think he really is scared people will recognize him.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike many lolcows who are seen outside, he's a beat lolcow.
Agreed.
Roachbait FNV says.
Great observation.
There was an old comic I saw, where a guy would pretend the outside world was a wasteland. For his wife, he'd tell her he was going out to scavenge supplies, and keep her locked in the basement.
A lot of parallels, to be honest with you. Makes you think.
Shorts Vault says. Morning all, just woke up. With him being sick recently, it makes me think, since he leaves the house only 50 times a year, what his immune system is going to be like for the future.
He even has a future. Good point, though.
Darksea DeFlo says. Jenna has a humiliation fetish. She's always posting about being made fun of for wearing a diaper.
Yeah, ProleteR actually told me about that.
Well, Suede says. DSP has a begging fetish.
He has a begging addiction.
Roachbait FNV says. He would go out and party all day, and come back with a couple dented cans of corn. All I could find, honey, I'm sorry, it's hell out there, he would say.
That sounds like DSP if you think about it, though. It's so crazy.
Abdul Aziza says. Big ups GTG.
Big ups.
We'll catch up on the stream later.
Cool. Cool.
Let end hashtag 039, stay professional says. It's fitting that a degenerate gambling addict like Phil is falling victim to the casino.
I'm glad one of you pointed that out, because isn't that shit ironic? A degenerate gambler is chilling with a group of people called Keto Casino. That's fucking wild.
Roachbait FNV says. She always forgave him.
Wow. That's how life works out, though.
Roachbait FNV says. It's Phil in his chat world, a perfect metaphor.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Green Lobster says. A brand of a cow with an L on its forehead, LMFAO.
So good.
Kayon Doomer says. Hanger 18, I begged too much. Frederick Dawson says. GTG, mind if I make a birthday request? 8/8. I don't know if you went into depth on LTG Satotean. Could you?
Let's see. That's in 6 days. We'll see. We'll see. What day? Actually, if you don't mind, let me take a look. That's next Thursday, actually. It's next Thursday. We'll see. I can't make any promises on that, given that my next week is kind of packed. We'll see. Thursday might... We'll see. We'll see. I might try... if a surprise stream comes up, you'll know. You'll know. Or at least it'll be part of the stream. Because, yeah, going over that some of the LTG situation would actually be pretty good. Speaking of which, big ups to homie over there. Is it I think it's IMO. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, but I could be wrong. It's IMO 342. He hit 70,000 a couple of nights ago. Big ups to that. So just goes to show, like, you know what I'm saying? You keep an open mind and you let all kinds of discourse go on. You can make money off this. No one ever said you couldn't.
Alive and well in Israel
but
says.
We'll see though. We'll see about next week.
How about the stuttering phoenix? Andy is unstoppable.
Andy does have, if you really look though, too, that's actually a fair point. Andy does, he's risen and fallen multiple times, and he always seems to be able to land on his feet. But Andy's talented. That doesn't mean that Andy can't be a piece of shit, or he's not a piece of shit. But he recovers well. I will give him that. Especially like with Purple Dragon, before he got into that situation with E-Miles Chung. If he had stayed on his own with that shit, that could have been an incredibly popular side hustle. And he did that literally on his own, just going over game news and giving his opinion. That shit was wildly popular. I remember listening to episodes of that.
Roachbait FNV says. He wants forgiveness so badly, he will chase it forever.
But he doesn't. He wants forgiveness, but he never really asks for it though. He just expects people to do it. That's why he keeps saying, "Oh, I've changed. I've gotten better." But you're still not. You're not saying what you actually want. You think that your actions are enough, and they're really not. Just like how he keeps lying about, "Oh, someone bought me this arcade stick. Someone bought him that new webcam." Clearly, he bought that stuff himself. We all know he did. An Amazon package randomly shows up on his door, and he just mysteriously opens it up, and it's a $300 camera. Fuck out of here.
Major of India says. Yes. Major of India says. What a great month already, NAL is gone, DSP going up in flames this month.
Yep.
Alive and well in Israel says. Same. Roachbait FNV says. He wants forgiveness for everything all at one time, wipe the slate clean, but that slate is piled thick, and covered in goo, it ain't all gonna just go away one day.
Nope. But that's DSP's personality though. He always wants the quick fix. Just give her a pill and leave her somewhere. You know what I'm saying? He said something the other night about how he wanted a preventive pill to keep him from getting sick. Bitch, it's called fucking going out there and being active. It's called taking vitamins. It's called about eating right. You know what I'm saying? That's how you prevent shit. There is no pill that magically makes all that shit happen.
Shorts Vault says. I think Kino might be able to keep Phil around a little longer than most. A lot of detractors have an air of care like authorities hunting a criminal that jumped country where they act more carefree.
That's actually a pretty good.
Random French lurker says.
Fair observation.
Phil has no pride and is more a fearful pig than a man.
Agreed.
When he is confronted on any level, he flees like a coward. The annoying thing is that he tries to act manly all the time to compensate.
But it's just that. It's just compensation. That's why it doesn't come across legit. You know what I'm saying? To the average dent, it may sound real good and he may look like he plays the part well. But he has nothing behind it at all. Rich is the exact same way. That guy's straight bitch. Straight bitch. And he knows it. Because it was funny how he wanted all the smoke if people would come on his platform. Then when dudes said they were going to, he had to try to hand pick and choose who he wanted to get the smoke with.
Major of India says, I didn't say that.
Now, this might be taken out of context because I'm behind.
Xianang says, did DSP think he can convince the side-scrollers that the WWE Champion account was nonsense? And I didn't see the follow-up to that interview. Did Craig believe DSP or not?
Craig didn't believe the whole WWE Champion thing. What DSP was hoping for, this is just my opinion, is that Craig didn't understand the details of the scenario or the situation. I.e., he was hoping that Craig didn't know exactly how old the WWE Champion's account was. And I think he was going to pass him another account, probably a secondary account that Phil has, because he probably does have a secondary. He was going to try to pass that one off. But if the age doesn't match up, and Craig figures that out, then DSP's fucked. So he would rather send him no information and just say that he's a fucking asshole who let the detractors, trolls, haters, and critics sway his opinions than actually present anything. I think that's what that scenario was. But you'll hear more of my theories though when I finish the whole side scroller saga situation. But that's my thoughts though. And no, I don't think Craig believed him. I don't think Craig believed him on most of the stuff. Like Phil was hanging himself from the first word that came out of his snout, and you could tell. Like Craig was actually starting to get annoyed with it a little bit, but Adam kept playing it up because they need to keep him talking. And I will admit the good cop bad cop that Craig and Adam played was pretty damn good, and Kino Casino is well versed in that. So DSP is going to get himself completely and utterly mind fucked when that time comes. But we'll see.
JWusso989 says, don't forget Warski works with Keem in Happy Punch. Just a thought.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually get any real clarification if that was true or not. Damn. So yeah, so Andy has his hands in a lot of things, and actually Andy was one of the first people back in the internet blood sports era who really broke down how monetization and everything works and how you can make money not just off YouTube but brand deals, sponsored deals, ad reads, and all that stuff. I remember this is years ago, by the way, and like a lot of like some of the opportunities that I see in my fucking in the email account that I have here, a lot of that stuff lines up to what he talks about and whatnot. So yeah, like Andy knows his shit. He really, really does. That dude knows how to make money. Trust me.
Ramza675 says, the Itsay Gundam Strian with Clum made him reveal cat.
That I think that was one of the things that prompted him, but I think there's something else behind that. And given that he had that rant on It's a Gundam, big ups to him. He had that rant on It's a Gundam the other night or the other day or whatever. There's definitely more going on behind that than we know.
Roachbait FNV says, Phil would crap on your coffee table and blame you for a messy house.
That's a Vidal Viking type style situation there.
Robotic Gentleman says, what scared DSP was the Clum interview with Gundam. Stupid at the time to talk to detractors publicly before you got all you need from DSP.
It was, but I think Clum was really excited about all the attention that was going on around him, so that's why he did it.
Well, Swade says, I bet the whales threatened DSP since Mike wanted to interview some of them.
Probably.
Roachbait FNV says,
probably.
He would get home and make a stream/video on it, to cash in. Grib Eyes Jibman says, I think Cat backed out, because Phil kept talking about it like it might happen in the future. If it was his decision, he would have been gloating about how great of an idea backing out was.
Good point.
Retro Dude Manx says, big ups GTG. Please react to the boogie face tattoos situation. DSP should have one on his forehead that says liar.
It's definitely something that will line up, for sure.
Flyboy Wave says, listening to this doing some tidying up. Pretty average by human standards, but compared to Pigroach I'm a hero.
Yes, you are. Don't ever forget it.
Major of India says, it's going to get grim, lads.
It is. Sooner than later.
Jesse Green 619 says, Hello GTG big up.
Hey, big ups, Jesse.
Roachbait FNV says. The house always wins.
It does. And I don't think DSP understands it. And I also think though too, and I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but I also want you to understand that DSP aligning himself with or siding with Kino Casino, he thinks that that's somehow going to provide him protection from detractors, trolls, haters, and critics, which it won't. Like, is there one or two detractors that might jump off the fucking reservation and try to go at Kino Casino? Yeah, because they don't know no better. But that's not going to affect the actual whole. If everybody, I wouldn't say plays their part, but if everybody sticks to the script and just reacts to the fucking to the content as it comes out, everybody can make out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can make out. Everybody can make good on this, whether you're doing it for profit, for clout, for attention, or just for some laughs. Everybody can profit off this if no one jumps the gun. You know what I mean? Let DSP get comfortable. Let DSP feel like he's protected. Let DSP feel like he's meaningful, right? Or people actually care about his opinion and his existence. And the fall will be far more impactful and profitable in however which way you determine profitability for everybody. But you know what I'm saying? Like, people, it really just comes down to don't jump the fucking gun.
Shortsvald says. For the brand I think LOL with udders on the O would be good.
I actually kind of like that. I actually kind of like that.
Grim Phantomile says. Possible event KC, after getting Piggy all comfortable, welcome to the lol cow penitentiary, now squeal and dance, puppet. Roachbait FNV says. Felt, will, be felt.
Oh shit. Indeed.
Both Keeperoxes 99 says. I think Phil's really in the desperation for relevance moment as a lol cow. The reacts and throwback channel are a clue, but stuff like Kino, side scrollers, and beef people? Most lol cows peaked.
Good point.
Raiden's Blade 1 says. Hey GTG, what's up?
What's up, Raiden? Been a while.
Dublank Duval says.
Hope you're doing well.
Have you catched the recent Ethan Ralph Pill streams?
I've seen a few of them. I've seen a few of them. Like, they're messy. They're like super messy. They used to be funny, but they're just really messy.
B. Moore says. This dude wants to be a popular whiter so bad, despite what he says, I get embarrassed for him.
Oh.
Tijan 247 says. Let the piggy cook, but do not give him money. Not even as a troll.
Agreed. Agreed. Deprive Phil. But then here's the thing. I think if DSP has streams that he doesn't make a lot of money, or doesn't make, or makes none, but he can run over the Kino Casino at the end of the night, and he feels like he's being pampered, he feels like he means something, and his word carries something, I think that right there will balance it all out. But it also proves too that if he feels the need to run to another chat to feel important and to basically satiate his ego and his fucking arrogance and shit, it just goes to show that he doesn't even respect his own audience. Like, he really looks at them as if they're dense, they're losers, they're ne'er-do-wells, and all the other fucking terms that he puts out there. Because even though he spews a lot of that vitriol at detractors, he's also talking about his chat too. But that's just me.
Jesse Green 619 says. Eat right, he never do that.
Not at all, Jesse. Not at all.
Or a Master DX says. It's always pills and supplements with Phil in place of exercise and healthy eating.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe you can throw that on Linda. Maybe Linda, every time Phil had a little sniffle or a little cough, maybe she was shoving something down his goddamn throat instead of telling his ass to go outside and get some exercise or some shit. But then again, he don't know how to swim. He don't know how to ride a bike. He was scared of all the stationaries around him. I hope Ryan's listening. So there's a reason why he's always looking for a quick fix, and he can never do anything else for himself. Whenever shit gets tough, he wants to just avoid it.
Frederick Dawson says. I think I'm a bad person. I got my GF interested in LOL cow SHT now LOL.
Hey man, just don't way too far into the abyss and you're gonna be just fine. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep it, as long as it's all about the funnies and it's all about the laughter, you don't throw anything else into it, you'll all be fine. Don't even worry about it.
Anthony says,
And if you need to take a break, take a break.
if detractors stopped talking about Phil, Phil would end his channel.
I understand the logic behind that. You know what I'm saying? If all detractors just stop talking about him, you know, he'll eventually fade out. The thing is, realistically, is even if everybody in the current generation stopped, other people will just step up and take their place. It's just, it is what it is. And in truth, though, Anthony, DSP always needs an enemy. He's always going to need an adversary. He's always going to need an opponent, an obstacle, whatever the case may be. He needs that. It's the only thing that keeps him going. He needs someone to blame. He needs someone to bitch at, so on and so forth. At first, it was DSP Cult Leader. Then it was fucking then it was SOK. Well, there was a few other people for that, actually. But then there was SOK. Then after SOK, it was Tevin. Then it's kind of been Tevin for a long time. Then he's trying to insert Duty in there, but it's not going to work because Duty doesn't have the impact of some of those who came before him. So now he's just trying to, whoever and whatever the flavor of the day is, essentially what it's turning into. Because Tevin's not as active anymore. It is what it is. And then even then, when you think about Tevin, you also think, you know, he was going after Snorpernell heavy. For those of you who don't know your lore, took that in 2017. I can contest to this. There was like 5 or 6 videos that they took down of Snorpernell's, and Snorpernell never re-uploaded them. But there was like 5 or 6 videos, and I remember them because all of those videos I was going to react to, and I didn't get a chance to. Like, they were up that morning, and when I ended up getting back home later on, they were gone. So I was like, it was Phil's fault. And actually, I think I've got a list on one of my older PCs, and I can actually tell you the name of those videos. I should reach out to Snorpernell one day and see if I can get a link or something. Anyway, but there's always has to be an adversary. There always has to be someone to blame. Always. So even if we stopped, right? Even if we stopped, he's not going to, because he's going to always look for somebody else. There'll always be someone else. Even before the tractors, there was really like the FGC. Because the only reason why I think he really came to YouTube, besides the fact that he was lazy and useless, is he wanted to prove to the FGC that he had value. Hey, I've got 60,000 people. I've got 80,000 people. I've got 100,000 people who listen to me. You guys have to respect that. And they didn't. Bothers him. And now, almost every person in the FGC, for the most part of relevancy, who have made YouTube channels or Twitch channels, have lapped his ass. Even if they don't have his sub count, they have the engagement, they have the financial support, things that he couldn't have. But that's just my opinion. Big ups, Anthony.
Ramza675 says, LMAO, he got upset about the Reddit post about him having a new car and shopping groceries in retirement home. Maybe Cat's doctor was nearby?
Possibly.
Shorts Vault says, what is a game you are happy he stopped touching with his hooves, and why, if any?
Call of Duty, to be honest with you. And even as bad as Call of Duty is, even as much as I bitch about it, I'm just really glad he stopped playing it. That shit it irritated me to no end, to be honest. And that it wasn't like when when he was playing Black Ops 3 or he was playing Warzone, where that shit was kind of funny. And truth be told, I don't even think those were his best. That was where the most salt or pig or toxic toilet juice came out of. It was really when he was playing PUBG. That's when we got some of the best rants out of him. And MLB The Show, back in a few years ago. That's where some of the best of his rants, I think, came out of. To be honest, I would have to say Call of Duty. To be honest with you, some of the other stuff I got to be honest with you, I pretty much ignore unless he says something impactful. But as far as I'm concerned, he plays every game like it's the same goddamn game, no matter what it is, which is one of his fundamental issues.
Major of India says, I am thankful DSP sucks at Nintendo, he crucifies my childhood memories.
Does that to a lot of us. Indeed.
Alive and well in Israel says, Phil has no idea what PPP is capable of.
He has no idea what Andy's capable of. Because everybody likes to play Andy like he's just the lovable kind of idiot.
Slurms19 says,
Andy can get down with the best of them.
Shorts Vault, I'm glad he skipped Unicorn Overlord and Crystal Project. Two great games that he would have insisted on being handheld through.
True.
Frederick Dawson says, Phil had a rant on Papa Gundam.
Yeah, he did. It was a few nights ago. Or a few days ago.
FNV says, better be careful, this could all be another social experiment Phil has masterminded like a SIOPS expert.
I'm willing to take the risk.
Roachbait FNV says, he is a self-proclaimed genius, after all, a valedictorian.
I question that as well, but it does exist. He is valedictorian, but...
Vengeful Mosquito says, DSP is a kook. Did you see THR chat logs of him on Kino Casino?
I did see some of it.
That being said, read it off and it was just bizarre behavior.
Was that from the That Being Said from yesterday? Because if it's not, I still need to check that out.
Greedy Piggy says, robust and meaningful. Nick Sky says,
oh,
LOL.
Indeed. What's up, Goji?
Cookie217 says, I like how DSP tried to make Adam into a racist like he was when Adam asked him about the slave trade comment.
That was the worst review. That was the worst Uno reverse card fucking thing he's ever tried to pull. That shit was dumb. I don't know why he thought that was gonna work. Especially when he sat there and played the slave trade. Dude, the white slave trade has existed. I mean, shit, in India, the slavery is still a thing. Like, it wasn't, I don't know why DSP thought that was a good idea. But it is what it is.
Roachbait FNV says, in 2 weeks, it's been a year since I had a job, and I haven't begged for anything, at all.
Oh!
Roachbait FNV says,
I bet Chiyo. Big up Chiyo.
In about a week, they will send a robotic arm into my left lung, to take a biopsy from 2 locations, wish me luck.
Got all the luck in the world from me, man. I hope it all works out.
Anthony says, Phil does not know what healthy eating, he think healthy eating is ordering DoorDash and drinking alcohol.
Indeed. His alcohol was getting worse,
says,
by the way.
DSP would still cry about the trolls even if we all went away.
Sure.
Joe Dub says, there will always be something that's making him a victim. Detractors go away, then till be something like the view duration LOL. Roachbait FNV says,
what is it doing?
Just so you know, in case I don't ever come back, you'll all know why.
Damn, man. So I hope you make it through it.
Grib Eyes Jibman says, the king of hate needs hatred to fuel him.
Indeed.
Roachbait FNV says, robot got me.
Oh, my bad.
Silent Weaponcy 8 says, Snortburnal opened up a second channel around N.
Yeah, they did.
Slurms19 says, Roachbait FNV. Roachbait FNV says, Damn AI. Sickman Key says,
take the best from us.
No, Ralph November didn't really accomplish anything, so I doubt ignoring DSP will do anything. But getting all the LARPers to stop showing up in chat would freak him out.
I think so too.
Roachbait FNV says, thanks Slurms. Roachbait FNV says, God ain't done torturing me yet, gotta outlast Phil before I go.
Like I said, do what you can, man. Like I said, I hope you make it through it though.
Jesse Green 619 says, Cod salt is great.
Yeah, it is. But I'm telling you, I think the PUBG shit had bangers though. DSP hiding in bathrooms was just lame. But then again, I think we got that Tevin rant though during Call of Duty. So you might be right, Jesse. You might be right.
Roachbait FNV says, I gotta stay for my mom first.
Exactly, that's the priority. Outliving DSP is the secondary.
The Misery Merchant says, Phil needs to be liked/loved. All those FGC guys have real fans and sponsors that like them. And
friends. Like, that's what really, I think, hurts DSP. You go watching all those Evo events and shit and seeing people dapping each other up, seeing all these guys who talk to each other on a somewhat regular basis but haven't seen each other in a while, all meeting up at Evo. It's more than just fighting games. It's really a reunion of the old guard as well as the new guard as it pertains to the FGC, and he's not part of it, and it fucking eats at him.
Oathkeeperoxes 99 says. Phil is a nobody to the FGC, gamers, reaction channel, dude doesn't credit anyone's videos, it's a simple link, and companies don't care for him.
I mean, what does he have to offer, though?
Jesse Green 619 says. Cribby Souls. Iron Aesthetic says. What's up, Bwat? We cooking in here.
Trying to.
Roachbait FNV says. She rags my ass all the time, but she means well.
And that's what your mother's supposed to do, man.
Roachbait FNV says. I know she cares.
Of course she does.
Anthony says. Gundam maybe talk about Phil every 6 months to a years.
Yeah, like Gundam doesn't rag on him on a regular basis, man. He really only dunks on him when it's something impactful, to be honest.
Auramaster DX says. Max got you wiped down, Justin got you wiped down, haha got you wiped down.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Robert Napier says.
So, Robert.
What have I missed?
We're just chatting it up, to be honest with you. I'm trying to, like, keep up with the chat, but it works out. I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying? We're just chilling.
Iron Aesthetic says.
Well, welcome.
Based.
Indeed.
Vengeful Mosquito says. It was from yesterday, DSPWQS talking like he was trying to be a part of the show. He sounded very desperate. Green Lobster says. I don't know if you've ever looked into or know who Stuttering John is, but he streams now and does everything Phil does but ramped up to 11.
Really?
It's insane.
Stuttering John. I'll put him on the list. We can see what that's about.
Theek Nightmask says. Well, now you said it. Auramaster DX says. Max got you wiped down, Justin got you wiped down, Chris got you wiped down.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that shit that Chris said about him during the Street Fighter 6 beta will always stick with me because it harkens back to what Evil AJ said years and years ago about how he thought DSP would be better and whatnot. So, as far as I'm concerned, Chris G co-signed to something that Evil AJ said years beforehand. And that's why I like the lore so much.
Raiden's Blade 1 says. You think DSP would be desperate enough to start an OV? He could call it Sweet and Sour Porky Phil. Think of how popular the next shower video could be, lol.
Oh shit!
Joe says. Big ups everyone.
Big ups, Chiyo. And welcome. Like, so sorry I missed your message before. Like, my little device here I need to tweak it. Working better though than I expected.
Dublankvuval says. Expand Dong put all the messages DSP recent, Y posted in the casino chat and had DSP TDS read them out.
Nice. We'll check that out. Big ups to Expand Dong too. Like, pretty sure I'm subscribed to him on this account. Not I will. But yeah, big ups to Expand Dong though.
Roachbait FNV says. My sister was a valedictorian, she's not the brightest light bulb in the box.
That's hurtful.
Dublankvuval says. It's a good watch.
Nice. I'll check it out.
JWusso989 says. Stay with me here.
Alright.
DSP thinks he's Wolverine, and Kino Casino is Deadpool and RTU is the big bad villain. So delusional lol.
Whoa, shit! Oh, okay. Okay, I had the, like, I heard it, and then I went and actually read what you said. Woo! Okay. That was good. That was good. You got a good one out of me on that one. Big ups. Big ups.
Dust Bunnig says.
Woo, shit!
We should attach tiny spy cameras to the Renton ants so we can get intel on the snort fort.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the first one. But that wouldn't be a bad idea.
Greedy Piggy says. Bacon sweats.
Oh yeah, I'm
TSSSSS.
Oh, dude, fucking Sunspot Gallery is definitely gonna have their work cut out for them getting later on into the year for sure, especially around the holidays. Oh God.
Major of India says. It was a pleasure. Roachbait FNV, don't die to the robots.
Indeed. Said the AI always goes after the best of us first. Always remember that.
User me77 says. Is it just me, or has 2024 been an amazing and hilarious year with the lol cow meltdowns?
It's definitely been a wild ass year. It's definitely been a really wild ass year, dude. Like I'm telling you, dude. Uh, Cat Williams, he called that shit hook, line, and sinker because he said in that Shay Shay interview, watch how everybody starts getting exposed this year, and this year is only going to be the beginning. He wasn't wrong, bro. He wasn't wrong. Fucking A, dude. Like when I heard what happened with Lex, Mr. Lexi, just in case you don't know who he is, he's a Call of Duty Zombies content creator, been around for years. That shit, they just had that drop on him. His ex-girlfriend was he basically pursued her when she was 15 and whatnot. He was what 18, 19, I think, and all that nonsense. And he sat there and allegedly he sent her mother. This is a couple years down the line. He sent her mother like a text message or some shit about how statutory rape isn't a thing in whatever state he was in or whatever, so she can't do anything to him. Like blatantly saying that shit to her mother and all kinds of ridiculous shit. It's wild. But she's not a complete victim too. She's a nut herself. But still, she was a child. At the end of the day, she was a child. And so, I don't know, man. That 2016, 2017, 2015 crowd gonna get ugly. At least for most of them.
Ramza675 says. Phil took 6 shots of Cuervo on an empty stomach, then decided to eat. I was amazed he has no shame.
That dude's tolerance is fucking crazy. Fucking tolerance is crazy.
Roachbait FNV says. I would haunt you all.
Don't do that. Haunt Phil.
Roachbait FNV
If I can get that shit
says.
on camera.
Yeah, too much to leave behind.
Yeah, man, you got a whole lot of living to do, bro.
Anthony says. Ralph Wiggum is starter than DSP. Ralph Wiggum know how to turn on a PC and Phil cannot turn on a woman.
I think Phil's ineptitude when it comes to women was on full display with Panda. To be honest, it was full display with Panda.
Grim Phantomile says. Roachbait FMV.
Yups.
Caesar M16.51 says. The Tevin birthday rant was PUBG, I think.
I think
Big
so too.
ups GTG.
Big ups.
Robert Napier says. And Phil played sick after his begathon like a child wanting to skip school because they were bullied. Robert Napier says. Me fail English, that's impossible, Anthony. Shorts Vault says. The misery merchant for Phil to be like/loved, he has to be likable and lovable. He has multiple people out in the wild that says he is not nice despite Phil saying he is a likable person in person.
If you have to say that you're a likable person though, there's already a problem. You know what I'm saying? I think. Anyway, I think that's what that situation is.
Zachbell05 says. Did you hear about the Mama Max update?
Not yet, but I did hear that the more's coming out of that front too. And what Nicholas Diorio did a stream maybe 2 nights ago, where he did like a complete and utter he did like a complete and utter Discord leaks dump on his stream, going over everything that went on. Which, now that I think about it, let me cut in since we're almost caught up with the chat. If Flamenco had not gone off the hook the way he did, he would be profiting off of Xander Hall's bullshit right now. And I told this to ProleteR yesterday. If Flamenco would have kept his wits about himself, he could have been able to dunk on Ralph, on Keffels, and on Xander Hall, and essentially the bread tubers as a whole, all at once, if he had just kept his head about himself. But instead, he, for whatever reason, had that vendetta against Nicholas Diorio, which blew completely up in his goddamn face. And now look, you barely even hear about Flamenco. Here he just chills in his fucking Discord now.
Robert Napier says. Zachbell05, what's going on with Mama Max? Athron82 says, if you talk bad about Phil once, you talk bad about him every time. Phil logic.
And that's true. That's absolutely fucking true.
Meth Bear says, we also got the major riot PayPal rant during COD. PayPal support said they share names.
Oh yeah.
You're lying. I assume they don't because they'd be sued into oblivion for doxing you.
Sure.
Iron Aesthetic says, hey, that's me do 0B. Shorts Vault says, Roachbait FNV, you got this, champ.
Hey.
Oathkeeperoxes 99 says, I wish someone fucked with Phil to play KH3 critical mode, he'd think it'll be easy, we'll get Dark Souls rage because he'll think they're copying Dark Souls. Critical mode been a staple.
I think it produced a pretty good song.
Anthony says, Ralph Wiggum is smarter than DSP. Ralph Wiggum know how to turn on a PC and Phil cannot turn on a woman.
Oh shit.
Roachbait FNV says, the Mavel Snortex. Auramaster DX says, Cart Williams was the canon event.
He was. He really was.
Nowhere H says, what good GTG?
Chilling, man. Clock's ticking, so I'm thinking another 20, maybe 22 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up here. But we're just chilling right now. I hope everybody's doing well.
Kuldrogo says, when do you think the dents buy him a new PC?
I think it's a matter of just finding the right dent to buy it and whatnot. To be honest with you, I honestly don't even know if he's gonna actually even trust anybody at this point to actually buy it for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole buying PC parts and doing all that bullshit, he was just doing that to get people's temperature to see what they'd be willing to spend and get an idea for the pricing and shit, essentially. But unless someone buys him a pre-build or buys him a pre-build through Amazon, which is a thing, by the way, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think especially after his mini PC rant, I think he really screwed the pooch on that. But because DSP don't appreciate nothing and he reacts to everything poorly, he, just like the whole situation with the Dutch brothers, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, DSP will always fuck up a good thing for himself. So I'm not worried about Kino Casino turning against DSP. I'm waiting for DSP to turn against himself.
The Misery Merchant says, you can see him swish and savor the booze without making a face.
Yeah, man, he's too wrapped up in it.
Ice Yamamoto says, the Tevin rant was Black Ops 4.
Was it? Give me a second. Give me just a second. Let's see here. Mighty D. Now, I'm a big fan of Mighty D, so I don't have to go too far into his catalog. That didn't sound right. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Mighty, so pretty confident. Let's see here. I shouldn't have to go too far into his catalog. Okay, there was the nuclear rant meltdown during MLB The Show chill stream. That shit's a fucking banger. Everybody went over that. Let's see here. It should be. Here's the illegal restream of Rich. Here's the birthday one. You're right. It was in black. It was in it's called. He has it labeled Angry Black Gout. But yeah, it is. It's just called. Wait a second. Hold on. I'm not sure if you can hear this through my desktop. You might be able to hear it.
I'm calm!
Here's Phil to tell you more.
Like you guys know, I've been incredibly strapped for money, okay?
Yeah, you're right. It was in Blackout. Good shit. We need to watch that. Oh, good shit. Okay, yeah, it's there. You were absolutely right. Big ups to Mighty D. I mean, I should just make a list for that. I don't know why I'll never do it. Usually because I just remember. I'll have to come back on. All right. Let's see here. Who's gonna start us off? Come back, kid. Let's see what you got. Or come back,
King says, can someone tell me how did he mess up his hairline like that? I know he said he blamed his mom, but that is the worst hairline I have ever seen. It glorious.
I saw clips from the Street Fighter stream he did where he put on the Ryu headband, and he had like the LeBron James uneven shit there, and then like he noticed it, so he tried to bring the headband up a little bit to cover it up, but it looked even worse. Yeah, that shit was ugly, Slim. That shit was ugly, Slim. Another result of you not taking care of yourself, and probably bad genetics.
Shorts Vault says, the misery merchant, have you seen his teeth for him to swish swash booze, like the ocean passing over a set of rusted anchors? Anthony says, Phil bitches about Tip Tracker when he had them on his stream when he was talking about Etika death and the backlash Phil got from Etika real friends.
True.
Roachbait FNV says, they won't buy him a new PC, he will take away Ket's PC first, or, one will be mysteriously donated by an anonymous no-name.
I can agree with that.
Greedy Piggy says, it's amazing that Philip's dad has not disowned him for the embarrassing things he had done on the internet.
I feel like they
Just
don't...
amazing.
I feel like they're not as informed as he tries to make us believe they are, to be honest. I don't see Dave and Linda spending their day watching DSP's bullshit. And I honestly don't think, despite what DSP wants to tell you, that detractors, trolls, haters, and critics are just sending fucking them letters and shit, downrange. Yes, did they, if you guys know the lore, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, they were putting fucking, they were leaving shit in front of his door at his condo in Connecticut, and they were like put stuff on the door or whatever. Yes, they've done all that. Like wanted posters, all kinds of funny shit. But I don't think they would do that to Linda, and they wouldn't go to their home and do that. You know what I'm saying? It's much easier to piss DSP off doing it this way than doing it that way. If it's the way I see it.
Oathkeeperoxes99 says, I got a gaming laptop, he just need a decent one for a PC.
That's true. And that he needs to get into the settings and actually work shit out, which he won't do because he doesn't know what he's doing.
Oathkeeperoxes99 says, it'll stay a man's zone, Liana near Automata stream 2017.
Yeah. That was actually right before she left. Actually, or it wasn't long afterwards she ended up leaving.
Pigcar Animation says, Big UPS GTG, do you think NAL will stalk Cobra now that he's broke up with her?
Yes, I do. And I think the trolls will purposely fly her out, and she will go to his trailer and she will bang on the fucking door until he eventually lets her in. And guess what? He will eventually let her in because Cobra is not man enough to call the cops and tell her to come get her ass. So yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Then she's gonna throw that beat up pussy at him, and then he's gonna deal with her for a few days, and then eventually she'll go home. But once she gets into that trailer once, she'll be back for sure. For sure. Big ups.
Nowhere H says, GTG, at this point Destiny need to be put in a asylum. I've never seen a guy say crazy shit like wishing dead on people who have different beliefs than him, including his parents.
Destiny's another one too. Like, he's kind of always been that way. You know what I'm saying? Always. He just hides behind this, not a facade, but he hides behind this intellectual stammer of, oh, I'm trying to look at everything logical, I don't have any emotion in it, when that's clearly not true. So I'm yet again, he's another one that I'm not surprised he went off the fucking rails the way he did. But it don't matter, because for most of the people that are in his base, that's what they wanted to hear anyway. So it works out either which way. No matter how Destiny gets persecuted, there'll always be someone there to prop him up, whether financially or otherwise. It's just the name of the game. And and that's why playing politics is dangerous. If you don't have an understanding or an idea of the base that you have, as well as the base that you're trying to attract. That's why watching DSP going into politics is going to be a fucking trip. And no matter who the detractor is, if they have at least a baseline knowledge of politics, or at least the type of views that they have, you can go in there and run on him ruckshot, and there's not much you're going to be able to do about it. And DSP is going to try the fence sit, and you saw what happened with Moist Critical. You've seen what happened to a lot of people who try to fence sit when it comes to politics. It don't work. And most of it's an act anyway. You don't believe me? Look at Monday Matt. He sat there trying to do the fence sitting with politics, and now he's full blown on a side. But he was always that way. He just did it for the grift until he got exposed.
Random French lurker says, the pigroach swaying is insane lately. I am seasick sometimes watching his streams.
Yeah, it is starting to become more and more pronounced. It most certainly is.
Athron82 says, if he gets a PC to play Street Fighter 6, someone should convince him to install the Kami mod Pop uses.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of really fantastic mods out there, which are all free, by the way. For Street Fighter 6, there is one particular mod. I need to try to find it, to be honest with you, because they had to tweak it a little bit because this shit was getting a little too revealing. But there's a particular mod that I would like to see Raw Phil and because I think Raw Phil plays on PC, and I'd like to see Piece of Peace play on. I have to find it first, and I need to see if they made the necessary adjustments. And I want to send them the link for it and see if they would use it on the stream, and whatnot. But eventually, though, I'll end up playing myself. So, well, I'll play myself on PC. I play on console currently, and I'll install it.
Ice Yamamoto says, wait, no, that's the birthday stream.
Yeah, it's the birthday stream, right? Oh, okay, now I'm just catching up with you guys in the chat.
Jesse Green 619 says, I can hear it.
Big ups.
Shortsvald says, how long till his arrogance builds up enough to we get a third shower video?
It depends on how drunk or how intoxicated he is, to be honest with you. It may happen eventually.
Caesar M16.51 says, damn good call on that Tevin rant vid, all them damn bathrooms look the same.
Exactly. Can't remember how it was ridiculous how he did. That's how he got his first win, by the way, in Warzone. He was hiding in a bathroom and shit. He just caught the guy lacking.
The Misery Merchant says, his teeth look like soggy apples.
His teeth are pretty
Alive
bad.
and well in Israel says, he's got Neanderthal genes, the stubby thumbs are a dead giveaway.
Indeed.
UserMe77 says, watch because Phil cannot read a room when he sees he got played by Kino Casino, the slat is going to flow.
I'm telling you, the night that happens, dude, the night that happens, every detractor worth their salt is going to be on. It's going to be on that shit. And I don't know who's going to do the top 10 worst moments for this year, but I'm thinking it's proper, but they've got their work cut out for them because they need because Secret Limited did it a couple times where they had like some honorary mentions or whatever. Either the list this year needs to be expanded and we need to go from 10 to 15 or whatever, and then maybe we have a couple honorary mentions, or we might need to go to a full-blown top 20 list. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I think Prop's doing it this year though, unless Secret Limited decides to come back. But it's gonna be tough, bro. That list is gonna be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous.
Auramaster DX says, Dave is too busy fishing.
I mean, like I said, he's enjoying his retirement. You know what I'm saying? As he should.
Alive and well in Israel says, well, they did express an interest in joining Scientology.
Too.
JWusso989 says, his teeth look like pure uncut rock salt in a damp cave. Disgusting.
Oh, is that why everything tastes like salt to him? Salt.
Auramaster DX says, it's just like Jesse Lee Peterson said, he's a beta.
Beta.
Robert
Beta.
Napier says, Phil will get destroyed left and right if he dabbles in political talk.
I think eventually he's going to do it though, because I honestly believe he's been watching side scrollers and he's looking at them as the template. And sooner than later, he's going to bring his ass in there. He's going to fuck around. He's going to find out.
Robert Napier says. Golden Triangle Gaming live to use a wrestling term, politics is the ultimate work.
Agreed. I agree. Like you can't like I think most people who give a take, not everybody, but I think most people who give a take, especially do it for profit, you're probably not getting exactly what they believe. They're feeding a niche. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a give or take type of situation. You need someone to speak on your behalf and without exactly getting your hands dirty. They need people to fund them to say things that they don't necessarily believe, but they know that there's a demographic for whatever the case may be. One hand washes the other.
Roachbait FNV says. You are seeing his roots of his teeth. That seltzer water tends to discolor the roots, like beer or other liquor.
Ew, I didn't even think about it like that. Didn't even think about it that way. I know the way he eats though looks incredibly painful. I don't get it.
Roachbait FNV says. Alcoholics like Cobes got green teeth, enamel is clear.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Napier
Keeps already
says.
breaking down.
Speaking of moist, he's stopping his podcast for the time being, but he's still uploading. A lot of people misinterpreted it as him quitting altogether or going on indefinite hiatus.
Actually, and I got to be honest with you, Robert. I was in that party too for a minute where I thought he was just. I didn't think he was going to quit, but I thought he was going to just stop doing content for a while also. But here's my thing, and I said this yesterday on Prop Streaming or on Agent Proper Stream. Why is he not doing the podcast stuff for a while or even indefinitely? But yet you're still going to make regular content. Like, I don't understand why he's giving up on this side of the content. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. If he's going to get backlash, he's going to get backlash wherever he goes. You could say, oh, well, maybe he's just trying to shield his friends. Maybe he doesn't want to bring them down with him, so on and so forth. If those are really your peoples, they're going to fight with you to the end anyway. To the last man, to the last clip, to the last bullet. So what's the problem? Like, what are you really running from? Unless there's someone in that podcast who took umbrage with what you said. And that's just me assuming. I have no clue. I don't know. Or maybe it's something to do with the sponsors that they have over there. Who could say? But he's running from something.
Roachbait FNV says. Then they start breaking, rotted out.
Yep.
Theek Nightmask says. I've been meaning to ask, how did you feel about EVO this year?
I personally very much enjoyed Evo. Evo was I gotta be honest. Evo was fan-fucking-tastic this year. To be honest. I think one of the things that really stuck out to me was that Third Strike player, that Hugo player. That shit was fucking gold. That shit was. I'm sad that he didn't win. He took fourth, but that shit was gold. What that guy pulled off. That shit was fucking hype as hell. And don't be wrong, I'm a Third Strike fan. I'm a massive Third Strike fan, and he really put the business out there. He really did. He was entertaining as hell too. Like, and that's how. And Phil, just in case you're not paying attention, someone needs to send that to him so he can react to that shit. But Phil's gonna act like a bitch, and then he's gonna get weird. So don't waste what is known as moment. Is it Evo moment 80? Is it Evo moment 40? I think is what they call it. You know what? Actually, hold up. Let's see if I can bring you guys in on this. Just in case you guys haven't seen it. Let's have one video for the actual stream before we cut loose. Fuck, I haven't done this in a while. Let's see here. Yes. I think that's how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. So actually I probably shouldn't have done that, but once I put this where I needed to. Okay. All right, let me see if I can actually find this for you really fast. Just in case you guys haven't seen it, because that shit was silly. That dude restored my faith in in Hugo for sure. Let's see here. The Hugo, say Evo 2024. There's a couple of different compilations out there. Let's see here. Okay, there's that one. There's a shorter version. That's the dude from New York. That's Frankie. He got styled on. I'm sorry. And big ups to Frankie and the New York crew because he made it incredibly far. He made it top 6. But yeah, he got flexed on heavy out there. Oh my god. Okay, it's actually Evo Moment 38. Let's see here. Crowd reaction. Does someone have the full 7-minute clip? Just kind of want that. Oh, fucking A, dude. Let's see here. There's the whole compilation there, but that's not what I want. Actually, fuck it. We're going to go with this one. We're gonna
always having such a good time.
We're going to go with this one. Let's see here. Now, how? That's not how I want to do it, though. Oh, right. I'm fucking up. And Boomer with this. I don't have this preset because I usually have the chat over here. Okay, chat. I'm gonna bring you in on this shit. This shit's hype as fuck. This shit's hype as fuck. I just need to know if you guys can actually hear it though. So let me go down here because I have to go to this version of the chat just so to know if you guys can hear it. Oh shit! Big ups to Hate Army. He's in the squad. There's a lot of you guys in the squad. Big ups. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear it. So because that's really what's important.
When he's playing the game, like I said, if you've ever watched any of the Japanese streams and tournaments, you know he's always. He doesn't necessarily pop off. No. He's having a fun off. He's having a good time.
Oh, there it is. Point. Yeah. Hello to everybody. Yes. Everybody wave back.
Okay. Can you guys still hear the echo, or is it fixed now? Okay, bet. Yeah. Sorry, man. I'm running like 2 different sources. So you shouldn't hear the echo now, but if you do, let me know.
don't let that devious grin and smile fool you. This man is a demon.
Right. Cool.
Gonna probably want to keep that 720 for next round here. Nice punish.
Shit.
Got the low medium confirmed after the parry. Ben Mighty pushing him in the corner. EX Lariat. Yes, there's another way to beat that jump back if you see it coming. It's almost it is a read for sure. The starter here, short super. Here we go. Is he gonna taunt to try to get some extra damage?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, who went for the fierce?
Yes. Nice parry.
They need to call that dude the fucking body. Oh wow, that was a great screenshot. They need to call that dude the body snatcher because that's what's gonna happen if Phil showed up to Evo and he goes up against a grappler, a real one. He's gonna get snatched. He's gonna get his body snatched. That's exactly what's gonna happen to his ass. Like what the fuck? Look at my man over here. Look at my man over here in the underarm shirt. You can tell he's like, I got abused. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. And look at it. With the hand out or with the point of the finger. Like, yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens.
Into 360. hey, look over here. Which camera am I on?
I love it. Oh, yep, show it off. Look at that Giga Smart. It's almost full.
And
there it is.
Full.
Ooh,
and
scoops.
360, yes. What's it going to be after that? Like I say, you don't really get much Oki after 360s in this game.
Ooh,
wow.
What a reaction to the dash.
Oh, wait for it.
God damn, dude.
Ben Mighty's just like, oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
Ooh, nice.
Ran into the shit.
It there.
Yes, there we go.
Fly.
That's so ridiculous.
And
so you saw Pikachu Akuma. Oh, my goodness.
yeah.
Now, just in case you don't know who Pikachu Akuma is, you should. He actually holds he actually has a really popular YouTube channel where he goes over like fighting game content or whatnot. He's been around for a very, very long time. A very long time. A real cool dude to talk to too on Twitter, by the way.
Oh, whoa!
Yo, the flexibility. The flexibility.
Man,
wow.
He was doing a crouching medium kick from Hugo straight upwards.
My hamstrings are hurting watching that.
I think I pulled something as well.
Right?
Look at that shit.
Wow, well done. That's our first Gigas there.
Hayo, really, yeah. First Gigas from Hayo for sure. Using it as an anti-air as well.
Ooh, caught him this
Yeah,
time.
that time he got the fall. And he got the lariat after the clap. Yo, the big
Gave
boot.
him the Randy.
No. I need to bring that back. He was disrespectful about that shit. Not only did he run his ass down, but then he hit him with the drop kick at the end. Nah, fam. Nah, we need to bring all that back. We need all that. That was rude. Was rude.
He was doing a crouching medium kick from Hugo straight upwards.
My hamstrings are hurting watching that.
I think I pulled something as well.
Yoink.
Wow, well done.
Run.
That's our first Gigas there.
Hayo, really, yeah. First Gigas from Hayo
No,
for sure.
yoink.
Using it as an anti-air
Teleport.
as well.
Chase his ass
Yeah,
down.
that time he got the fall.
Oh.
And he got the lariat after the clap. Yo, the big
Gave
boot.
him the Randy Orton, the drop kick. Well done.
Oh my gosh, I just blinked and that match is over. Oh my gosh.
Look at it. Yes.
Yo,
Oh my
is
God.
this is he Rubber Man?
Oh my
Is
God.
he Mr. Fantastic?
Hey, don't take the mix. Don't take the guess. That's almost like a third of Hugo's.
I will say that the commentators kind of were offbeat a little bit. Like, they could have gone into a JoJo reference. There was all kinds of shit they could have thrown out there, but, you know, I guess you stick to whatever your age is, so I guess that's a thing.
Good comparison. Whiff punish, dude. Hayo whiff punish game is insane. Like I never fell to the floor that many times until I played him.
And
God damn, son.
He's slowly advancing.
Oh my
Now
god!
he's
Oh
making
my
you scared.
God,
when your
son.
back's towards the corner.
Oh,
my
you,
God.
it's magical!
It's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
He buffered the crouching light
Jeez,
kick.
it broke her
doing
back
it,
out.
baby.
Yep, chose to just go for
Wow.
clap pressure. Is it going to punish it?
Look
No.
at that shit.
What's he got? No
Yes, that will beat it. Yes.
Oh, goodness.
The instant startup of the 720, even with the Aegis on top. Damage. The life lead built up by Hayo. Hugo, one of the highest health pools in the
That's
game
so
as well.
ridiculous. Good movement.
Oh,
Whoa.
another
Wow.
close down with a stand medium punch. Hi,
Nice.
look at him.
Nice.
Ah, blocked by Hayo.
Nice.
Oh, he got another bar.
Yo. The threat of 720 is
Oh,
just
beautiful.
changing the way everything's playing right now.
Good parry.
Joe chose not to land at 720. There's
Oh
the
my
red
God!
parry! Oh my goodness!
no.
In such a situation as that,
Oh,
that is incredible.
that was insane. This is the best game ever made.
Once again, I thought it was going to be a dash 720. We haven't seen him bust it out
Oh,
yet.
nice break.
Nice throw tag. That was definitely a back throw.
Actually, I want to throw this out here right now because I've been kind of pondering this for a little while. If you look at Hugo's stage here in Third Strike, it kind of reminds me of how DSP used to have his condo, right? Like like in a lot of ways, he kind of modeled it where like these are all my trophies and these are all my accomplishments and all that bullshit. And I feel like DSP in some lame ass way tried to emulate that. Maybe that's just me and maybe that's just a reach, but I've always kind of seen it like that. I always thought it was weird. I mean, I like the stage design, but if you look at like Phil's condo back in Connecticut, how cluttered that shit is in his office currently, it I don't know, it kind of harkens back. It's like a gouty, lazy version of it.
Throw.
Still playing nice and patient. Oh, neutral jump fierce. That hurts.
Hayo backing off a little bit here. Was still being the aggressor. I like that he hasn't changed it. Didn't even go for that this time. Here's the tackle.
Oh!
Screen
Nice
control.
parry.
Never mind.
Oh my goodness. Look at Hayo.
He did something in front of his
Yo!
Oh, no.
Hi.
You saw how disrespectful he was? He literally sat in front of the reflector like, I don't care. This means nothing. You have no choice but to come at me. That was disrespectful. He did not respect any of that.
Oh my goodness. Look
Look
at
at that
Hayo.
shit.
Oh.
Yo! Hi, yo!
Yo, did you see? Like, no, you guys really have to take in, right? Like, that was bait. That was bait. Like, he literally sat in front of that reflector and made it seem like he couldn't advance just so he could get that guy to jump in. That's hilarious, if you really think about it.
He hasn't changed it. Didn't even go for that this time. Here's the
Comes the
tackle.
reflector, gets hit,
Screen
Nice
control.
parry.
parries that,
Oh my
trips him,
goodness.
and
Look
sits
at
there in
Hayo.
front of it, forcing him to come in.
Yo!
Disrespectful, son.
Hi, yo! With the pose.
Big ups,
Oh
Hayo.
my goodness.
Good
That's
shit.
awesome.
Good
What?
shit.
Yo, what?
Oh
Yo,
my.
what?
Oh my God. How did he do that?
Now, chat, for those of you who don't know, that's a 41-year-old man up there doing that. That's a 41-year-old man up there doing that shit. That's what happens, Phil, when you take care of yourself. That's what happens when you're in good shape. Maybe that's why Phil hates these Asians so much. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yo,
Hayo, we need you okay to play.
yo, he is the rubber band man.
He just did the JoJo.
Incredible.
Absolute character, man. Good shit.
Oh, Hayo's taking to the skies instead.
Oh boy.
Saw that? The crouching light kick buffer might
Here's
have
where
been
the
a
help off comes
720.
in.
28 seconds on the clock.
Hayo is being so patient with the 720 right here. Oh my god.
Oh, get snatched.
How
Call
did
me
he
the
do
body
that?
snatcher.
Oh, the
And hit him with the
running
running man.
Look at that. The running man. Do you see?
You saw the attempt. Frankie, back throw instead.
Oh my god, the chase down.
Oh, the clap. Look at the stun and the damage.
Oh my god.
Breaker.
You cannot air parry that one.
Yo, big ups to Frankie though. Like for real, for real. But yo, look at how you gotta see how my man got snatched out of the air though. That shit hurt. That kinda hurt.
Chase down.
Oh, the clap. Look at the stun and the damage.
Oh my god.
Breaker.
You cannot
And
air
see, here's the crazy part too. I feel like he could have gone for that grab after the hit, after that last that second hit, but I could be wrong.
chase down.
Oh, the clap.
Right there, I feel like he could have gone for that grab, but maybe it was just smarter to go for the air grab instead. Go for the reset.
Stun and the damage. Breaker.
You cannot air parry that one.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
Is he looking for the EX Tatsu? He tried. Stand fierce, juggle. No follow.
Oh, you thought you could press a medium?
Oh my
Instead, he already knows it. He's taking a walk. Bang!
Oh my god.
What is he doing?
He's winning, Justin.
And the thing is, he's so funny about it that you can't get mad at him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one took a fit. Like, you would think Frankie might have taken an offense to it, but he actually said later on that he said he thought it was pretty funny. So, you know, it is what it was. So, I mean, most people you would think would have gotten heated, but that shit was so goddamn hilarious, bro. Phil, this is what it's like to have a personality. This is what happens when you're actually when you're actually a character and you're not playing a character. I know, Phil, you can't tell the difference. Womp womp.
He's winning.
It doesn't hurt.
Oh!
God damn!
That hurts me,
God
brother.
damn!
Oh, dear Lord.
The pants
Jesus
don't
Christ.
rip.
Put his balls on the floor like, so heavy, I gotta let him rest. Jesus Christ.
Magic pants.
The pants don't rip.
This guy is actually the most mobile person of his age group.
41 years old, by the way.
Oh, man.
You gotta watch out. Oh!
Wait, excuse me?
All right. Oh my God. Okay, go
Good
for the
throw.
throw. Nice. Back up. He's not dead yet. Do we go for the cross up top?
Are you followed up? Nope.
He goes for the universal overhead, then backs away. Dashes up in danger.
Oh my God.
Oh
no,
my
no,
God.
No. Okay.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh at that dude like that, but that exchange is crazy. That's like one of those once in a lifetime type situations, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be surprised in the next Street Fighter collection, that shit don't happen again. Here, I'll bring that shit back. That shit is so wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you remember how for years, right? For those of you who've been around, everybody thought, oh, the Justin Daigo situation, right? Like, it'll never happen again. And then they programmed it into Third Strike, and now everybody can do it. That scenario right there is going to eventually be in one of the mini re-releases of Third Strike. If they have the challenge mode, that should definitely be in there. But that's clearly a situational type thing. That's a great screenshot, by the way, too, of Ken on the cross-up. All right, here we go. Like, yeah, I'm going to play that back up for you guys.
Oh my God. Okay, go for the throw. Nice. Back up. He's not dead yet. Do we go for the cross up Tatsu?
He goes for the universal overhead, then backs away. Dashes up in danger.
Oh my God.
my
No.
God.
No. Okay.
But you know, like, dude, like, when you really go back and look at how sexy that situation was, that shit was ridiculous, dude. That shit was ridiculous. Like you can't teach that to someone. That's what real reactions and game know-how gives you. That shit is insane.
He goes for the universal overhead, then backs away, dashes up in danger. Chip.
Oh my God!
Wow.
No! Okay. How did he do that?
He went past the SA3. He went for the roundhouse. He jumped over completely.
Do you understand? That is a worthless button. That button is so worthless, but he was able to make it useful in a very crazy scenario. And look at this.
It wasn't worthless there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't worthless there. Yeah, that's definitely PTSD and shit from Justin. That's and the thing is though too is remember, for those of you who know your FGC history, when Adon was introduced in Street Fighter 4, Justin was like, "Oh, the character is not very good. I don't see it going nowhere." Yada 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 yada. You would have thought after that Justin would have thought twice. And then Gamer B came along and fucked the whole world up. Then Gamer B came in and fucked the whole world up. So you would think Justin would be careful with his words, but that's just a nitpick. It is what it is.
The pop-off, this is what he wants. He is a showman. But Jesus Christ, what a freaking play. Third strike, everybody.
At least Fierce has something to say about it.
Yeah, the Fierce is amazing with Chun-Li, but the thing is, if you're going to be Hugo, like I said, you're a master of parrying, so you're going to be going for a lot of yes parry in the scenarios of parrying standing Fierce or parrying crouching medium kick. Again, forward throw again. Clap.
Oh, midair!
God damn,
oh my
son.
God.
The sun is...
Oh my God, again? How?
Oh my God. Anyway, that dude, I wanted. There's an edited version out there. If I remember to on the next stream, we'll play that one. The edited version, this guy compilated together, is fucking fantastic. That shit is funny as hell. That shit is so. Is this it? Actually, right here? No, that's from Korean BF. I've watched that one. Yeah, I don't have it here. I don't have it. But anyway, but there is another version of it out there. It's hilarious. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, big ups to that. Big ups to that. That was crazy, son. Okay, so like I said, big ups, chat. I'm glad you guys were willing to do that. Let me go up here. We'll play what you guys think about the scenario. We got some bangers up here. How far can I go? This will have to go. All right, Hate Army starts us off. Very true. Sir. It is, actually. He does. He gets baited a lot in Street Fighter 6. And he sits there and cries and complains about dumb shit. Dude, I've seen fucking sorry. I've seen Raw Phil like hit him with shit that was just like, that shit gave me flashbacks of when Goji Tanks used to play DSP in Third Strike. Like I was like, oh my God, you're still getting hit with shit like that? Like you're still falling for that? Oh, Phil's an idiot. Yeah, he is pretty young looking, dude. You can tell he takes care of himself. Shit, imagine his wife bending like that. Well, not anymore, but I'm sure at one time she could. Yes, sir. It's true. That's a good one, actually. Hey. Oh, shit. That shit was crazy. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. Very. Yep. And see, this is the thing. If DSP really has the know-how when it comes to fighting games in general, right? Why the fuck isn't he doing more reaction content to FGC shit? There's a bunch of it out here. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we've reacted to some of this shit on stream before. Well, before today. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, there's a whole market out there. If he really has the know-how, why won't he do it? Because he doesn't have the know-how. What's up, Bacon? Yes, it was. He ran that man down. Oh, that's so disrespectful. Yep. And the thing is, though, too, right, is, and this shows you how close-minded DSP is. Back in DSP's day, there was a lot of tactics and stuff that wasn't used because no one really knew, or whatever the case may be. What happens when you try to keep up with the meta. But as gaming, as the FGC has grown, right, you have people who don't want to play the overpowered characters. They have a character that they like, they have a personal attachment with, and then they'll just grind it out. And that's when you get moments like that happen, to be honest. And DSP can't look past that. And that's unfortunate. Because, as I said last night, the FGC has grown. It has outgrown Phil. A lot of you will outgrow detractor content, myself and whoever else. You know what I'm saying? That stuff happens. But myself, I guess, as the content creator, right? As the professional, I have to keep growing either which way. Yes, people are going to outgrow you or outgrow the content, and that's fine. It happens. But you still, as the content creator, streamer, or whatever the hell you want to call yourself, you still have to keep growing yourself. DSP doesn't want that. That moment's crazy, dude. Like I said, on the next stream, if anybody remembers, I'll find that there's another version of it where it's just completely edited, has all kinds of funny shit added to it. That shit is fucking godlike. And I'll see if I can play that. That exact challenge? Or that exact sequence? I have to look. I haven't fired up Street Fighter 5 in a minute, but I can do that. See what's what. Indeed, that shit was crazy, son. That shit was crazy. Oh, Phil would break down in tears on stage. He would break down in tears. You know what? If DSP went to Evo, dude, and he got cleaned up. First off, and I can tell you this on good authority, if DSP went to Evo, and if his matches that were in pools, and if he was lucky enough to make it in brackets, will be recorded. Someone's gonna record it. That shit's gonna get put out. Do you know how fucking quick assholes like me are gonna fucking eat that shit up? You know what I'm saying? He'll never live that shit down. He'll never live that shit down. Oh, dude, you know that hit him hard. Because it's like, it's the moment that he can never really, he'll never be able to live away. But then again, he's not trying to. Justin, he realizes, hey man, I got caught lacking. I'm sorry. I got caught lacking. It's not part of just FGC history. It's part of video game history. It's part of video game tournament history. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about how impactful Moment 37 is. This is something that is archived. Like, that shit is like legacy media that is actually been archived. I can't remember where it's been archived at, but it's actually archived. Like, it's considered a piece of important fucking media. You know what I'm saying? Not just in fighting games, not just in Street Fighter, but in gaming in general. Excuse me. Like, you just accept it and you move on. You know what I'm saying? Justin's accolades that he had after that fact, you could say he eclipsed it, but Justin doesn't want it to. It was something that he had to learn from to get better. And for Daigo, it was just another day. It was just another day. A couple hours, nothing serious. Nothing serious. But you know what I'm saying? You're here now, and that's what's up. Yo, what's up, Proper? And like I said, thank you again, man, for having me on the stream. yesterday, man. I very much appreciate it. I hope we can do it again. My fault. Actually, wait a second. Are you guys muted? Oh shit, you guys actually might be muted. Aw, you guys might have actually been muted.
Hate Army says. LMAO.
That's weird. I got it set up to where I can hear it no matter what. That's my fault. My bad.
Hate Army says. With Sean.
Oh, that's been like that for like the last 5 minutes.
Shortsvald says. Take care all, much love and luck to you all, I got to go to work.
Don't we all? Have a good day, man.
Ice Yamamoto says. Man, I watched it live and almost came out my seat at that victory.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But to answer the initial question that popped all this off, yeah, I was very, very happy with how Evo played out this year, to be honest with you. I don't have not a single complaint at all. And especially seeing fucking Leffen, I couldn't find that video because I actually did look for it. The video of when Leffen fucking finally got bopped out and him trying to walk his ass off fucking stage and shit, that shit was hilarious, boy. That was hilarious. He talked all that shit after he won last year and was mad that no one cared. It didn't even come close. That's damn near his DSP moment if you think about it.
JWusso989 says. DSP is still stuck in the year 2000, so pathetic.
Indeed.
Hate Army says. Moment 37 is a challenge, I forget exactly which one it was, but I remember seeing it.
Yeah, it's in the last re-release of Third Strike. It's in a challenge mode. It might be in Street Fighter V too, now that I think about it. But I do know it's in Street Fighter it's in Third Strike Online. Yeah, Nightmask got it.
Theek Nightmask says. Hate Army, I think it was in the Third Strike Online edition.
Yeah, because that's where I learned how to do it and whatnot. And I grinded that shit hard too because like the timing is so fucking strict. I mean, once you do it enough though, it is really easy. Well, not easy. It gets easier, I should say. But initially though, I was fucking stumped. That shit was crazy. All right, chat. In a rare demonstration of discipline on my part, we're gonna cut it here. I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time too. And let me set some music up real fast, and I'll play us out. Excuse me. I'll play us out. Let's see here. What do I need? Nah, man, I'm sorry, Army. I have to, son. I have to. I said it was going to be a short stream. Got to try to hold to that. It's Friday. I'm expecting Salt from DSP. There's some running around that I have to do. But we will... I'm not sure if I'm going to play that song. I might do that. I really like that song. And, but I'll definitely end up streaming again for sure. Like I said, you guys check the stream on the replay. Check out the stream I did with ProleteR last night. Like I said, big ups to ProleteR for inviting me on. Had a great time. Let's see here. Can I pull this up, by the way? I can. You know what? We'll play this again. Fuck it. I like this song. I got a couple other ones, though, too. I found in some of my jazz stuff that I want to start playing on stream. But we can do that. See here. All right, let's go ahead and do a final thing.
Hate Army says. No.
Like I said, sorry, Army, but thanks for coming by, though, man. Like I said, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'll stream again, though.
JWusso989 says. 07. Hate Army says. Or did it not go through cause there's a link?
What'd you try to send, Hate Army? Like, was it like a link to like a video or something, or? If not, you can always shoot it to me on Twitter too. Oh, I should probably open Twitter up. That's a thing. We got going on here. Doing a 7 Days to Die giveaway. Speaking of which, 7 Days to Die on console is actually I didn't know. I was hesitant, but it actually worked out pretty well, to be honest with you. It's different than being on PC, of course, but it's actually pretty fun on console, I gotta say. And Lord Diaz got blocked by WWE champions. Is that true? Here, let me see if I can bring you into this really fast. Before we clock out. Did he really get blocked? That's fucked up. That's lame. How do I do that? Twitter 1 or Twitter 2? Right, Twitter 1. Okay, here we go. Yeah, homie got blocked by WWE champions. I mean, it's kind of like a rite of passage though. So that's a thing. But he got blocked. That's not cool. Why did he get blocked? Let's see here. Just made that's crazy. Oh, you got blocked too. It's Summer of Darkness as well. That's unfortunate. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's real good. Oh, that's good. Oh, good shit. Oh, it's a Twitter link. Okay. I got you. Check Twitter DMs. I can do that. Oh, shit. I like that. I need to save that image. I need to save that image. Oh, shit. Let's hit a like on that shit. Big ups. Big ups. Okay, let's check this real fast. Let's see here. What you got, Hate Army? Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, hold up a second. Can I do... Oh, no. Oh, no! Okay, hold up. Let me bring you guys in on this. Big ups to Hate Army for bringing us this banger. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, this is Justin having PTSD over. I actually remember the stream, and that's when Panda Global was still a thing too. By the way, that kind of hurts my soul. Supposedly they're coming back though. But anyway, here we go.
Oh, he got it? You think he got it, bro? You think he Daigo? You ain't Daigo. Oh, he Daigo! He Daigo! He Daigo! No! Oh, he...
No, I'll play that again.
He got it? You think he got it, bro? You think he Daigo? You ain't Daigo. Oh, he Daigo! He Daigo! He Daigo! No!
Oh, why did it pause it so... Oh. Oh, he hit you with that good shit. Oh, Justin, he hit you with that good shit.
Oh, he got it? You think he got it, bro? You think he Daigo? You ain't Daigo. Oh, he Daigo! He Daigo! He Daigo! No!
That shit is hilarious. That shit is hilarious. Oh, good shit, Hate Army. Good shit, Hate Army. Thank you very much for that. Good shit. Oh, good shit. Let's hit a like on that. Oh shit, am I really not following Justin Wall? My bad. Shit. I'm following him on another account. Isn't this who I think this is? Oh my god, it is you. I never ended up getting back at you for what you did when you got my video taken down. I always forgot about I let that shit slide. I chose to be the better man about that. Oh, you lucky that was so many years ago and I don't give a fuck now because I can just re-upload it. But oh, that shit. Ain't that a bitch? Who would have thought? You were slumming. Were you really? Oh, well, that was only 2 years ago, so I guess that is what that is. Ain't that a bitch? Uh-oh, what we got here? What do we have here?
He got this? Huh? He got this? Let's go, Justin! Oh, shit!
No! Hold up. Hold up. I got love for Justin too, man, but every time when you get caught slipping though, I'm addicted to fucking laughing at that shit. Hold up. Hold up.
Okay, okay.
That boy damn near gave himself a heart attack.
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He got this? He got this? Huh? He got this? Let's go, Justin! Oh, shit! No! Oh, okay, okay.
Good shit, Justin.
He's not.
Good shit. That is some real PTSD there, though. I gotta admit. Oh, shit. I gotta admit, that's some real PTSD there, though. Turn that back on. That's funny. That is really, really funny. Oh boy, Hate Army got us going down the rabbit hole with this shit. That was funny. Let me click that. Yup. Always remember. Oh shit. Get personal with me. I'm clicking like on that. Fuck it. Personally. Oh, you're such an animal. Oh. Cry more. Oh shit. Here we go again. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. What is this? Oh, okay. I'm gonna stop. Hate Army got me in a trap. Oh shit. Alright. Oh, my bad. Alright, let's get that up. Okay, people. Fucking A. Hate Army got me in a trap. Oh, that was good shit. That was good fucking shit. Alright. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, yeah, the Twitter rabbit hole is real. It most certainly is. Alright, people. Like I said, thank you guys very much for showing up, tuning in, and whatnot. I very much appreciate it. And I will catch you guys for the next stream, whenever that may be. Hopefully soon, to be honest. And like I said, I'm going to work on some content over the next couple days. Some content. So that'll be fun. But maybe there's a stream this weekend. We'll see. And one of the good peoples in the chat has a birthday coming up on the 8th and whatnot. And they made a request for some low tier God, at least catching up on some of that stuff. That'd be next Thursday. So we'll see if we could try to make that happen. We'll see if we can try to make that happen. I'd like to if I can. I'm not making any promises, but I wouldn't mind doing a stream trying to catch up on LTG's bullshit. Oh my god. But yeah, we need to go back down that Twitter rabbit hole though, soon. I definitely want to do that because there's all kinds of funnies in there. But hey, like I said, thank you guys coming to the stream. Take care of yourselves, and I'll play you guys out. Later, people.